Hello everyone. Happy 1 year. I haven't streamed in a while. There's a reason, I'll get to that. Yeah, hello, hi. It's me. It's Effie. Effie's here today. It's because it's been a little while since I last streamed. I feel a little nervous. It's also because I have so much I want to go through today that I'm like nervous I won't be able to get through all of it, or that none of it will make sense, but I'll do my best, you know? Yeah. Hello, hello. I had to push the stream back by like 30 minutes because I'm kind of silly and I was eating. So I had to do that. But we're all good. My Wi-Fi is dead, so I have to watch on my phone. That sucks. Oh, what timing, what timing. So, yeah. 1 year. That's a long time. This is gonna be really, really scuffed today. But I did prepare as much as I can for this stream. In terms of like OBS, but from there, the things that I'm gonna say and the things I'm gonna say out loud, I wrote notes down on my phone, but like I don't know if I want to follow all this. This is basically a script, and I don't want to read a script. That's so lame. Yeah. Oh, actually, I know where to start. I wrote a haiku about 1 year. You know, I wrote a little poem. Are you ready for this? I'll make it extra special. I'll turn the song off. It has been a year. Many drawings and support. I'm very tired. That's my haiku about 1 year of ephiepen. You know, I mean, the whole reason I started all of this about a year ago is because I just wanted to have some fun, and I'd say I succeeded in that for the most part. But obviously, you know, a year's a very long time. Effie tree. Excuse me, jeez. You're full of good puns. I'll have to steal all of them one day. Yeah. It's been interesting recently. I actually I got a couple of gifts. I received some gifts for my 1 year anniversary. I want to go through them one by one. The first one that I got was actually from Reddit. Yeah, Reddit actually gave me a gift, personally. You want to know what they gave me? A suspension. Reddit suspended my account yesterday. And I'm so mad about it. I'm really mad about it. The reason they suspended my account is for no reason, because they didn't tell me. They didn't tell me why they suspended my account. They just kind of did it. I think the reason is because I posted for the first time in like almost a year onto Reddit on like, I think the 8th, September 8th. And I posted like 2 things on 2 different subreddits within 10 minutes of each other. And I guess that counted as like, ooh, that's suspicious spam activity. And then they banned me. They banned my account. You can look it up right now. ephiepen Reddit. You can go to my Reddit and you'll see that my account was suspended. And I did submit an appeal. I don't know if they'll listen to me. I don't know if they will free me from my prison. But even if they do, I don't know, man. I'm kind of done with Reddit. I don't really use Reddit to begin with, but this is the second bad experience I've had through Reddit on like one of my art accounts, because this happened like 3 years ago on my old alias. I posted fan art onto like a popular subreddit at the time, and what ended up happening was because that fan art did really, really well, it ended up on Google, and some kid, I know it's a kid, I know for a fact it's a child, all the people involved in this are children, some kid found my art and just started, they went to Google, they just collected art of that character and then would go to Discords and be like, I made this art. And then when people would catch on and be like, hey, I found your art on Google, but somebody else posted it, they would be like, oh my gosh, someone stole my art. So this little kid who was friends with this other kid went onto my Reddit post and started like responding to every single person who commented on it and being like, hey, this person's an art thief. They accused me of stealing my own art, which is the dumbest thing you can possibly do. It is so easily disproven, and it was. But I was really, really mad about it. I was so mad about it. So that was strike 1. Strike 2 is that I posted fan art like 2 days ago onto a subreddit on my new account on ephiepen, and it was the Mau Mau piece that I did like last week, and it was doing really, really well. And I was like, oh, I can't wait to respond to these comments. I had like 8 comments on it. And then they banned me. And now I can't respond. I was so mad. And I don't know if they'll even respond to my appeal. I heard it can take like up to 2 months. And like for a website I don't even use that much. It's really just not worth it. I submitted the appeal just to see what happened, but whatever. I guess I'm not on Reddit. So that was my first anniversary gift. The second one I got. The second anniversary gift I got was actually from me. My period started. Woo! It's been rough. And that's why I haven't been streaming, is 'cause I haven't really felt great. And I don't want to stream when I don't feel great, because then I start being bitter, and I don't want to be bitter on the internet. But I feel fine today for the most part. Yeah, it's been tough. You're right, it's been tough. It's been a little interesting for me, but it's okay. We can still have a fun time. We can be okay. No need to worry. I'm getting through it. This is only like my probably like my 100th period. It happens. You know, been alive for a long time. It's okay. The other things I've been doing lately that aren't total bummers is I have been playing a lot of Pokemon Soul Silver, and I've been really enjoying myself. I'm on the... How many gyms are there? There's 8 gyms? I'm on the 7th one. And that's been really fun. It's kind of been hitting me in the nostalgia a little bit, because that was one of my first Pokemon games I ever played. Yeah, that's pretty much all I've really been up to. I've been trying the Instagram stories. Oh, you saw those, didn't you? Yeah, I've been posting about it. I forgot about that. I guess I can't show it on the stream, and none of you are going to know what I'm talking about because I don't have it up on my Instagram right now, but just to look at my archive real fast, what I've been posting. The Crobat. Oh my gosh. Yeah, I've been busting my ass to get that Crobat. Because I've always wanted to try to get Crobat, but hello, Sam S. Hello. hello anyone else joining the stream. I don't have the view count up again because it stresses me out, so if anyone's joined, I didn't see. I've always wanted to try to get a Crobat, but you can't really get one in Pokemon Leaf Green, like Fire Red, until after the Elite Four, and that was just like, no. It's already too late at that point. I'd already have my set team, right? But in Soul Silver, I googled it, and I was like, you can get it pretty much right away, as long as you just get the friendship points up. So I was like, cool, I can try it. And raising that stupid Zubat was so difficult, because I got it at level 3, and it started out with, like, Leech Life and Leer, which are horrible moves if you're trying to, like, grind your Pokemon up to like an actually good level. So it took until like level 17, and I got this thing at level 3, okay? Level 17 for it to learn Wing Attack, and for me to really get started on grinding this thing. But then after that, it got to, what was it, Golbat? And I was sitting there like, alright, it's Golbat. Next level, I'm sure it'll be a Crobat, because I've had it since level 3. No. No. How silly of me. How silly of me to assume my Golbat that I've had since basically birth would love me. How silly of me. Zubat is chill like that? Zubat is not chill like that. Zubat is not. Zubat might be chill, but I was not chill having that Zubat. Let me tell you that. It was not chill at all. It was sweaty. It was intense. Okay, that sounds weird. That sounds weird. But I did get a Crobat, and then after that, I got an Eevee, and I was like, I want Espeon, and then I spent, like, longer than I'd like to admit getting friendship points up by bicycling from the top part of Goldenrod City down to, like, a little ledge at the bottom of the route nearby. I don't even want to get into that. That was embarrassing for me. But I did get an Espeon. I did get one. Everybody's level 30. We're chilling. I'm very powerful. I'm awesome. Because I'm the greatest Pokemon trainer ever. Get out of here, Ash Ketchum. Ash Ketchum. This is ridiculous. I haven't even talked about any of the anniversary stuff. This is already way off topic. As usual. I haven't changed at all. If you can hear that siren, don't worry, I didn't do anything. Someone out there is having a really bad time right now, and I hope they're okay. But I guess they're not okay, but I hope they will be okay. God. Oh, man, I didn't set any of this stuff up in a proper manner. Okay. OBS is prepared. Alright. What do I want to start with today? Oh, okay. In my little notes, it says to start with, why? Why? That's a good question. So, where is it? I made a little slideshow. I made 2 slideshows actually, but this is the first one. Let me just... I made a little slideshow to show you the beginnings of my little journey on this stupid little channel. But in order to begin, we need to go backwards into Ephania, the Dark Age, the Dark Age. This is my first character design that I started with. This is like the starting point of ephiepen, right? The way that I started my channel, wait, that's not why. I'll get into it. We'll get into it. The way I started designing the protagonist, the mascot character that you see on the screen with the pink hair. Oh, where's my pointer? There it is. Let me just... I told you this would be scuff. This character right there, right here. In order to design her, I started here with this one. I'm not gonna get into all the details about this character because she's mostly irrelevant, but you can kind of see as a starting point that I stole the freckles. I think I've talked about this before. I stole the freckles, and you'll see that I attempted to steal some other things. You didn't see that. That was the end of the presentation. She's so scuffed. Oh my god. This is my original background that I started with. You know, like the channel background? And this is where I started with, was this thing. The reason I bring this up is because if you look at my current one on my channel right now, it's a pretty similar setup, except I didn't draw like the shittiest Instagram icon ever. Anyways, these are the designs. This is the kind of one I started with. You can see here that I started off with, like, it's very much looking like the original in a way. Wait, what'd you say? Funny story, I took a screenshot of the ephiepen channel with the plans of being like, I'm an OG like that. And then I found it a few days ago and realized the video on the screenshot was the second last video. You don't mean the one about the sneezing, right? You don't mean that, do you? Oh no. That video's weird. No. That video is so weird. I don't know why I made that. I think it's because I had a clip of myself sneezing and I was like, what else am I gonna do with this footage? That apparently. Oh my god. That channel was a period of my life, which I'm not really gonna talk about today, but it was certainly the origin. The purple eyes. I wanted to keep the purple eyes, you know, and the side bun. There was a side bun. You know, let me go back. There it is. Oh, yeah, the side bun right there. I wanted to keep that because I did like it a lot. It was based off of Kurumi from Kimi ni Todoke. I always thought her side bun was really pretty, so I stole it, but it didn't work out. I really didn't like these two designs, even though I really wanted to. Hello, Bach. I think I talked about this before. I wanted to have like a penguin kind of look, but the problem is that I really don't like yellow. Yellow is just not my favorite color. I don't like it. Then I tried to go for like, I think this was influenced by a VTuber. I forget her name. She's the one that Shigeru Ui designed. The tomboy one from Hololive. I don't remember her name. I'm so sorry. I kind of was influenced by one of her designs. I was just really into the short hair, you know? I wanted to have short hair. And then eventually I created this one. It was based off of an outfit that I wore the day I drew it. Which I was going to show pictures of the outfit, like, on my bed. But I forgot to do that, and I don't feel like doing it right now. But just know that it looked just like this. It looked just like this. No worry. No worries. And so I took that, and I was like, this is cool. Let me go with this hairstyle, and then try to, like, see if I can come up with more designs I like. I hated all of these. I thought all of these sucked. Well, I kind of like this one. This one's not bad. But I didn't like any of them. I hated all of them. So I was like, alright, fine. It's gonna be that way. We're gonna go with this. And so I juiced it up. And then created Effie 1.0. That's what she looked like. Front and back, baby. Woo! Yeah. That was how it was created. I think I have somewhere my original design notes that I wrote at the time. Let me see. It's on my Instagram, actually. Let me look for it. Me Instagram. Okay. Let me read this out loud. This is from my Instagram, so if you want to look at this later, you can. My overall goal was to create new brand colors while staying somewhat faithful to the original Effie designs. First, I went with a humanized penguin Effie because ephiepen could stand for penguin, but I didn't connect with the image. Then I went for a more library-ish look. Let me go back so you can see what I mean. This was the penguin, this was the library-ish look, but I once again didn't connect. And then ended up drawing an outfit that I wore a few days prior, this one, and changed the hair to a light pink as a joke, only to end up loving it. Using the new hair, I drafted some more potential designs, these, that ended up going with a revised version of the current design. I was between blue or red as an accent color, and after consulting some friends, I went with red. And this is what we had. Yay! I don't know when exactly I did this. I think it was October, but I ended up making some temporary channel stuff. So this is my original channel background, which is really simple. It's just text on a background with some like screen tone on it, but you know, temporary. And this is my temporary icon. It's really like it's the shittiest teaser ever. It's literally just the design with really low opacity, and this was on Twitter for like maybe a month. because I made the new accounts pretty fast. But eventually in like October, I finally made the first profile picture, which is this one. My first profile picture. I actually have this one and the second one printed out. They're on my wall. I have to look at it all the time. But yeah, this is what it looked like for a little while. I don't think anyone ever actually ended up seeing this that is currently subscribed, because I had so few like viewers and subscribers at the time that this profile picture was up that I don't think anybody saw it. This was like before Nyonoko Sugar Girls. Speaking of which, in December I did change to this profile picture. I updated it because I was experimenting with like a cell shading inspired style, and I figured like this is the direction I'm gonna go in from now on with my style, kind of. So you can see like the beginnings of like the way I do the eyelashes and like I don't know. You can see the beginnings of like my current style a little bit. It's really unpolished. Not to be mean to myself or anything, but this stayed up until about like May or June, maybe July. And this is the new header I replaced it with. Much more intentional. And a little fun fact is I literally, for the header right now that I currently have, I took just this part and put it over a plain background, which I know is way more boring, but I don't really care. This is the current profile picture. How she looks now. As you can see, updated design. I juiced it up some more. Still mostly the same. And as is typical of me, the hair length is really unclear. And the cars outside are really loud, so I'm gonna close my window. God, happens every time. This happened at the Fania too, where like the length of hair of the mascot character just like unintentionally changes in length and usually gets longer over time. And that's like kind of happening right now, and I'm hoping it doesn't get to the point it did last time, but we'll see. Well, hopefully we'll keep it consistent. I don't think the car stuff gets picked up. Oh, well, that's good. I don't know, sometimes in VODs I hear it and I'm like, ooh, I feel bad. I don't hear it. I mean, it's quiet right now. There's just, you know, you could say I have lots of friends outside. They're all my friends. What else do we have? Oh, you have screenshots. This is my channel on December 26th, 2023. How many subscribers is that? 26? Yeah. This was a couple days before Nyanoka Sugar Girls went up. I think that went up on the 1st of January. And the reason I mention that is because the next image is from January 10th. I hit 100 subscribers, which is really, really exciting. I was really proud of that one. I feel a little bad because I have experienced most of the basic milestones already with my old channel, but for some reason 100 subscribers this time around, it honestly hit harder than it did the first time. This is kind of like a weird perspective kind of thing here, because it's like, oh, I've had it before, but now here we are again. I don't know, I don't think I cried, but I did feel really emotional that day, because I was like, wow, I did it a second time. I couldn't believe it. And it was super fast, too. It was really, really fast. Because on my first channel, I think it took me a year to hit 100 subscribers. But this time I hit it within, like, a couple months of posting, and I was really, really... I was really happy about that. I was really happy. Yeah. And I couldn't find a screenshot of me hitting 1,000 subscribers, but it's from March 17th, 2024. Happy 1 year, thank you, and thanks for coming by, Tara. Hello. High skill. I think it was just luck, honestly. It was dumb luck. Yeah, I hit 1K on March 17th. I feel bad. I don't have a screenshot of it. I couldn't find one. You know what I did find though? Going through. Oh, by the way, this is Soul right here, and this is me. This is Soul. Most of these Discord screenshots will be from Soul. So just some context. But when I was looking for a screenshot I took of my channel when I hit 1K, I couldn't find one. But the screenshot I did find from March 17th, 2024 in my DMs was this one. They were teasing. I think it was it already it either already was released or they were teasing it, but like I was really deep into like the Persona 3 Reload stuff at the time, and this tweet made me laugh so hard every single time I saw it, to the point where I'd be sitting in the living room with my roommate at the time, and I would just start laughing at my phone in the middle of like a silent room, and she would look over at me and be like, "What? Are you laughing? Are you laughing at that stupid tweet again?" I was. I'm gonna take it down now. That's the end of the presentation of that one. Oh god, this stream's been going for 30 minutes. I've barely even scratched the surface. So I have something fun to do today. Would be to go through my old videos and kind of like, because you know how for Daijobu, for the celebration stream, I kind of went through and explained some behind the scenes details. I never got to do that for my other videos, and there's some details I really want to explain. I'll try to keep it short for each one, because these videos have been out for months. But just to start with, I'm gonna skip over a couple of them because I don't really have much to say for them. The one I'm gonna skip over the video I did with NJ, just because I think it's pretty straightforward. There's not really much to say about it. I'm also gonna skip over Kyofu All Back because that one's also pretty straightforward. It was just, you know, the usual struggle with animation and all that stuff. But yeah. Before I start, do you guys have like a favorite video of mine that I did? I'm curious. I wonder if this is like a conceited question to ask. I don't know. It's my 1 year. I can ask whatever I want. Is there one? Is there one? Oh, gosh. I wore white today, which is really bold of me. Nanako Sugar Girls? Yeah, no, I did like that one too. Oh, I'm sweating, sorry. This is really gross. I think my personal favorite, actually I'll say it later. Hopefully I remember. Oh, did I finish saying all the ones I was gonna skip over? I think that was it. Oh, the speed paint I'm gonna skip over because that one is 17 minutes long and I'm not sitting here watching that. And I think, and all the YouTube shorts I'm gonna skip over because those are also really, really straightforward to me. It stood out for being really high quality despite the original's quality. I'll explain why that was the case, actually, because what you just said is really relevant to why I chose to do that project. I have some material for that. I wanted to start with a video that I actually made before I was ephiepen, that is on this channel. This video, this is the closest you're gonna get to like an embarrassed reaction from me on the stream. I'm proud of everything I've created, but this video I'm a little embarrassed of. I'm like proud of it kind of, but for some context, I made this in 2021, December of 2021, for a project that I never ended up finishing. It was going to be an Undertale project, an Undertale animation project. And this video was my first time ever animating anything. It was my first time animating ever. And it was a time. I fully voice acted this thing by myself. I was gonna voice act the whole Undertale project myself. And that's part of why I'm so embarrassed. It's not conceited to ask that. It's unfortunate society's made so anything that leans towards the self makes people think it's not something that should be done. That is a good point. I guess I was like, this is kind of proving your point, but I felt bad because, actually, yeah, that's exactly why I felt bad, is because people make you feel bad for that, yeah. That's a good point. People, if anything, we need people to realize that they should act more egotistical. Yeah, I think that's a good point for, I guess, like, some people. But there's definitely people I know who could dial it back a little bit, you know? People who genuinely are excessively talking about the self. That's the point of, like, there needs to be a balance to everything. Balance is important. I'm gonna play this video. It's 30 seconds long. Oh god. This is my first channel upload on Dine.
Mercy. Ha! I still can't believe you want to spare me. But even if I spared you, no human has ever made it past Asgore. Honestly, killing you now is an act of mercy. So stop being so damn resilient.
Oh my god, this is terrible. Get it off. I'm gonna put it back on the screen, but I'm gonna mute it, so give me yeah, this video, it's certainly something, and I honestly, the most embarrassing part about it is that when I recorded it at the time, is that, for starters, I thought I was, like, a killer voice actor. I wish somebody would have told me at the time that that was not true. Like, just because I can do a high-pitched voice, just because I can do that, doesn't mean I'm a voice actor, you know? It just means I can do a high-pitched voice. That's all that means. It means nothing in regards to acting. But I thought I was genuinely doing, like, a low-pitched voice there. Like, a low-pitched, like, you know, you guys ever seen the clips of Jane Doe from that one, I think it's Zenless Zone Zero? You ever seen those clips of her being, like, the English voice actor? I thought I was doing one of those. It just sounds like me. Like, listen to this.
Ha! I still can't believe you want to spare me.
I still can't believe you want to spare me. I did the whole thing too. I have, like, me doing a Sans voice, me doing a papyrus. The papyrus voice is actually pretty good. It was pretty good. I don't have the clip on me right now though. But yeah, that was a failed. I guess I wouldn't say it failed, but that was a project I never finished, and I'm never going to finish it because that's insane. I was gonna animate every single battle, like little snippets of every single battle and voice acted, and have it be fully colored and be like an hour-long video of all these animations. I'm not built like that. This 30-second clip took me a month. It wasn't happening. I wanted to have it out by, like, September of 2022 for the anniversary. Not happening. And it didn't happen. And thank God it didn't happen. Yeah. Start off a little bit of funny. Technically it wasn't an ephiepen video, but it is a video on the channel, so I figured I had to acknowledge it. Ended up looking pretty legit considering the challenges of doing it by yourself. Thank you. I'm sure I would have been happy to hear that. What, like 3 years ago? Is that how long it's been? Oh my god. I'm getting old. Oh, I'm getting old. Man. It's honestly a little funny because one of the first comments I ever got in this channel was on that video, and it was somebody making fun of how the hair at... Let me pause it. Hair at this part went up. It was going, like, up instead of going this way. And they made fun of that. They had a little joke about it. It's like, haha, you're laughing now, but I'm gonna get you. I'm gonna destroy you. I'm just kidding. That's not how you respond to criticism. Can you imagine? Can you imagine? Somebody critiques your piece of the goodness of their heart, and you say, I'm gonna get you when you least expect it. I should have done that in art school. Oh god. Yeah, that was how I spent my winter break in 2021. Oh, those are the days. I was like, what, 19 years old? I think I was 19? Yeah, I was 19. The next video, because I'm skipping over Kyofull back. Sorry, I don't have much to say about it. Did someone say critique? Oh, Woo-Poo-Poo's here. Woo-Poo-Poo. Hello. Did someone say critique? It's like your cue. We cued you. Welcome to the stream. Next video is what I consider my first serious project on the channel. This is the last one I'm going to play audio for because everything else is going to get really, really copyrighted. And I'm not about that. But this is A Way of Life, which is the Persona 3 portable fan music video I made. Some background on it. I should have prepared more visuals for this because this one was really big. Some background on it was that this was something I conceptualized when I was still a Fania, and I really, really wanted to make it, but at the time I was like, I don't think anybody on this channel is gonna want to see art, because I was trying to transition over at the time into being an artist, but I did it really poorly. The table! Look at the table! What happened to the table? It was raised up too high. Oops. Sorry. You guys are floating for a little bit. That was crazy. You guys are magicians. The Effie penguins are quite magical. And now you're falling asleep after doing that. Jeez. You guys are something else. What was I saying? Oh, I was talking about Way of Life. I conceptualized it as a Fania, and I was really scared that nobody would want to see it. And I think I was maybe not right to be scared, but I understand why I was scared, because whenever I tried to be like a quote-unquote artist on that channel after building it up for 2 years to be like a content creator, entertainer kind of like space, it was completely understandable why nobody would want to be, or like really be interested in just art, or like something that didn't include me in it. So the fan music video project was like, I can't post this there. And so I just kind of blocked it down for a while. But when I started ephiepen, I realized like, oh, I can finally make this project. And I was so excited. I immediately started it. As soon as it was like September 10th, 2023. And I was like brainstorming for days, like all kinds of things I could do on this channel. And the moment I got the idea, I immediately got to my computer and just started drafting the whole thing. I wonder if I can find my thumbnails, actually. I wonder if I can find those. I know I have them somewhere. I figure I might as well show those. Was it in test 1? No. Oh, you know what I could show instead is the start of it, but I actually don't feel like it. You guys can, there's a playlist on my channel that has all of my drafts for all of my videos. There's a playlist for each video, so if there's ever a video you want to see like a draft video for, you can look at those. But I'm trying to find my thumbnails. I don't know where they were. Oh, I found it. Like, these are like not completed. Oh shit. Oh shit. I don't know where I put it. Do I keep looking for it or just move on? I guess I'll just move on. If you're like really, really curious about it, I'll find it, but I'm just gonna move on for now. Yeah, this project's really, really, really. My friend who just passed the TV said she really hates your penguin because it's too cute. Is that the cuteness aggression going on? Hello, Tara's friend. Ooh, I'm on TV. I'm on TV. Yeah, this project meant a lot to me, which is why when I finished it for the first time and I was watching the first finish like in my editing program, I was literally like, tearing up watching it. So I was like, ugh, I can't believe I did it, because it took 4 months. I started in September and I finished it in January. December. I finished it in December of 2023, and it's not the best, but I'm still really proud of it. I don't know if there's anything else I have to say about it. I guess I'll let it play. Let's get started. The beginning's gonna be a little quiet, by the way, because this originally wasn't gonna have this intro part. But I think it was like Thanksgiving break last year, and I was like, oh, it'd be really kick-ass if I introduced the scene. And yeah. I'm trying to move it. I just like the text on this. Definitely, like, there's so many things I could point out in this video and be like, this could use work, this could use work. But they're only things that I know now because it's been a year and I've been making videos like this for a year. But, oh man. Oh, that lag. This scene was such a pain in the ass to figure out. You can kinda... I'm gonna go back to it. You can kinda tell I was struggling. Let me wait for it. You could tell I was struggling with the movements and getting them right, if you know what you're looking for. Oh man. That typography. This like chorus part. Let me pause it. This like chorus part where it's introducing all the characters changed a million times while I was in production. I had like a billion different renditions of how it was supposed to go. I think originally it was supposed to be if you've ever played Persona 3, you know that the way it starts is with you enter the dorm and then Yukari immediately tries to attack you. And then Mitsuru is like, no, stop. This is our guy. He's joining us. Or joining the dorm. So, it was really supposed to be that. But, it didn't work out. And it was just to go all the way into like, the second half of the chorus was gonna be, like, referencing the social links of every character. Every major character. But again, I got lazy and I was like, that's way too many illustrations, so I made this one instead. And just had it be that. I think it worked, because it showed like, oh, you know, the main character has a bond with, she has a bond with all these characters, you know, she's running with them, they're a team. So I think it worked out. Something else I want to point out is this. You see this person right here, this little transition? Or it's transitioning into, let me go back to Mitsuru. Right here where it flashes by and transitions. I want you to remember that. Remember that. Remember that transition. And also, remember this sparkle filter that's flying by. Remember that too. A little fun fact is that I actually I had a gallery for my like final. I had a gallery for my final, and I showed this project as part of it, but I had to cut out all the swimsuit beach parts because it was like, I don't know, I was talking with my friend at the time and we were like preparing my gallery, and I was like, I should cut this out, shouldn't I? Because like it's boobs and I don't really want to have boobs in a gallery, even though it's SFW. You know, people are gonna see anime and like swimsuits and be like, ooh, I know what you are, you dirty little thing. Yeah, I didn't want that to happen, even though it was perfectly fine. What was I gonna talk about? Oh, this part here was like one of the first parts I created. The part with the Aegis. One of the first things I created for this video back in like September or October. I also got this wrong. See, I was just wearing a swimsuit in the forest. I totally forgot that scene happens where they're actually wearing their summer clothes. And I'm really embarrassed about that. Big fan. And this part, I got lazy, so I just did a rewind of the rest of the music video because I was like, I'm not drawing anything. It was like December, the video was about to come out. And I was like, nope, it's not happening. This is my favorite part of the video. It starts here, all the way to the end is my favorite part of the video, so let's just enjoy. But still, it still makes me feel kind of emotional. And again, you know, there's so many flaws in this video, there's so many things I could have done better, but it's still one of my favorite videos that I've ever made, because it took so long and it was the beginning for me, and it really, really, really meant a lot to me. I also just really love this song. Because when I first found the song, you know that thing where it's like you're a kid and you imagine AMVs of like your OCs to music? I never grew out of that. Wait for it. Memento Mori. Yeah, it's done. I want to mute it now and you can just keep watching it. Yeah, that video... yeah, that video is... really, really, really means a lot to me. I'm gonna read out, I think I wrote a document about my feelings about it at the time, and I don't know if I deleted it or not, but let me try to find that. A Way of Life retrospective and progress log, and it is a paragraph. Okay. What did I write? I wrote... oh, this is ridiculous. I wrote this... when did I write this? I wrote this in October of 2023, and it says, "Hello, I'm ephiepen, not to be mistaken with the injectable pen, the creator of A Way of Life fan music video for Persona 3 Portable. Yay!" I first thought of this music video concept around July of this year when I first heard the Persona 3 Dancing Moon Knight remixes of old songs. I'm normally not big on the official Persona remixes. I genuinely prefer the original songs. But when I first heard the remixes of Time and A Way of Life from Portable, remixed by Atsushi Kidojo, it breathed new life into these songs I'd had burned into my memory after playing Portable for 100 hours straight the previous month. And that's all I wrote at the time. Let me see if I can find anything else. I'm sure there's something. I have The Making of A Way of Life. This is a fan music video interpretation of the song Way of Life. Yeah. There we go. Okay. Oh, there's lots of notes. I have so many notes. Oh, that's way too many. I can't read all that. Let me skip this. Oh my goodness. Oh, this is kind of cute. I wrote down things I did while I was working on this music video, which is something I've always wanted to share, but I've never gotten around to it, is I wanted to share, like, what happens behind the scenes and, like, in my personal life while these projects are ongoing. And since this was my longest project ever, it was 4 months long, I did a lot of stuff, including I had to learn how to throw clay for a class. I played a game called Busta Fellows. I did so many assignments. So many. Oh, this is kind of cute. It says, I went shopping at most of my childhood stores with my mom. Learned I can kind of metal scream? No. Let me just say, I can't metal scream, but one day I'll demonstrate it when I'm not in a place where I will disturb people if I scream, okay? Ate a lot of snacks. Discovered I like cappuccino. Discovered I like cookie dough ice cream. Discovered I like iced tea. Shout out NJ. I know why I wrote that, and it's because I think at the time I first became friends with NJ, which is, if you don't know, my mod. And I think he dislikes iced tea. That's why I wrote that. And discovered I really like candles. Great. That's some good stuff. I don't know if I have anything... Oh, I wrote this little note. There were many times I lost confidence throughout this project. I get easily discouraged when things don't go the way I expect them to, or when pieces don't look as good as I wanted. There were times I'd wonder if this video would even be liked. That seems like a common theme throughout most of my projects, which, yeah, continue to this day. Nothing changed. I'm always scared I'm just making a fool of myself and I'm not as good as I think I am. I'm trying to be nicer to myself, and for the most part I was successful throughout this project, because when I'd catch myself being sluggish or tired, I'd stop and either take a break or go to sleep where even just 6 months ago, which I think the time would be like February of 2023, I'd keep pushing and drawing past my limit. I generally felt good about this project too, aside from the moments I mentioned where negativity would slip through the cracks. This project was difficult because I made a lot of mistakes throughout. I didn't have a solid plan going into the final pieces, which meant I didn't thumbnail the whole thing. Good to know. So I kept adding random art in the middle of development, and it slowed things down a lot. So next time, I'm going to make a detailed plan, test it out properly, make adjustments, and then go into the final pieces. I'm sure that'll help speed development next time, which is true, but I didn't do that. It's like my worst habit where I don't plan things out carefully, and then I pay for it. Because I jump in with like what little plan I do have, and then just go from there. Which I'm not really sure what to do about that because I can't force an idea to come to me, but I do need a plan. I do need a plan. Oh, wait. This note at the top. There's more notes. I haven't read these in forever. I came up with this idea in July 2023, we know this. The first image I imagined was the ending scene where everyone is on the train, and to the beat of the piano they disappear one by one, leaving Agus alone on the train. I put the project off for a while because other things I wanted to make first. It only felt right that I revisit the idea for my first big project on this channel. Which, it's not up right now, but that end part I was talking about is this. And I just want to say, this is really, really rare if you're an artist, but this part, turned out exactly as I imagined it, like start to finish. That's part of why I was so happy about this project, in retrospect, is this scene just turned out exactly the way I thought it would. I wrote down, for around a year and a half, I was in desperate need of a break from making videos, but I never gave that to myself. I finally took a break back in September of 2023, and it was really good for me. For about a month and a half, all I did was go about my daily routine and laze around in my spare time. It was nice, but it's unfortunately not very productive, which I realized in the middle of October when I didn't have any significant progress towards this project, despite slating the deadline for the 31st of that month. Wow, I forgot. I wanted to come out on October 31st of 2023, and then it came out on December 16th of 2023. It was difficult getting back into working on videos. I did make a lot of progress until the middle of November, and then the rest of the notes goes as is. And this is my... What else did I write? I wrote about my inspirations for this project, which... you can look at my playlist for this video and you can see all of my inspirations in there, so I'm not really going to get into that. It's a really, really long paragraph, so I'm going to read this last part and then move on to the next project. I've been spending a long time on this. This is the retrospective I wrote about A Way of Life. I think after it was finished. I'm not really sure. I started getting worried about the reception of this video towards the end as the deadline crept in. I got in my head a lot, but then I thought about something that had happened just a few days ago. Recently, my dad visited my grandparents, or rather his parents, and came back with a box of different cookies my grandmother made. My grandma, she really likes to bake. She likes cooking and baking a lot. So she always, I think it was around Christmas when I wrote this, so of course she was baking a lot more than usual, and so my dad, I'm not even joking, had this really tall tin, and each layer had 4 cookies of different types. There was like, I think 10 different flavors of cookies in there, and he gave me some. He was offering some of them to me, and they all looked really good and intricately made. But then, one by one, he pulled some of them out and said she didn't like this batch, said they were too crunchy, and then another cookie would come out, and he would say she didn't like these either, they were too thin. We tried the thin cookies together, and we both agreed they were really good regardless of the flaws. My dad explains that my grandmother had always been that way about her cooking. She had high standards for herself, or, in other words, was a perfectionist. At first I thought that was silly. The cookies tasted good, so why did it matter they weren't perfect? Then I realized that the way my grandmother feels about her cookies is exactly how I feel about my own work. It was laughable the way I had just agreed that my grandmother's perfectionism was silly, and then proceeded to beat myself up over not having a perfect project. So as badly as I may feel about this video, I'm just going to pretend that it's one of Grandma's cookies. Aww. It's pretty calming to have you read these entries while I work. Sorry, I've been reading chat. I'm like listening to journal type stuff. I should write my own journal. I thought about reading, speaking of journals, I thought about reading excerpts of my diary from the time, but it's filled with so much personal details that, like, I couldn't. I'm scared to accidentally read out, like, the names, the government names of, like, my old roommates or something. So I'm not gonna do that. I forgot about the grandma's cookies story. Just in context about my personal background, is I used to be really, really into, like, speeches and writing essays in high school, so you could see some of my influence kind of jumping out there. I'm gonna pretend it's one of grandma's cookies. I thought I had a killer conclusion there, huh? No, it is really sweet. I think that's a sweet little story. We're gonna move on from that now. That took a really long time, but I wanted to spend some time on it because it is one of my favorite projects, and I never got the chance a year ago, so taking it now. We're gonna move on to the slideshow part, because the next project is Nyannaku Sugar Girls. Turn the music back on for this, just for now. So this project I thought was kind of funny because it's kind of a standout project on my channel, not because of the view count or anything, but because it's so different. It's so different from the rest of my channel stuff, because it is a shitpost. It is my version of a shitpost on this channel. And I remember Bart said earlier about how, despite it contrasted the original by being so serious. That was part of my intention. Where's my slideshow? There it is. So, as I said earlier, I have screenshots. I talked to Sol a lot during every single project, and so I compiled a little bit of my screenshots for 2 of the projects, and most of them are for Nyannaku Sugar Girls. So on November 23rd, I came up with the idea for the first time, because I was drafting more ideas. In the middle of A Way of Life, by the way. And I think I just finished Kyofu All Back and posted it. And I was sitting here like, I gotta have more. I need more ideas. And so, this whole paragraph is me, by the way, where I was like, let me narrate this. Let me drink some water first. Hehehe. I thought of another idea. At first I just wanted to remake the Nyannaku Sugar Girls opening, but then I thought of how hysterical it would be to take the second Maoru Penguin Drum opening and make it a Nyannaku Sugar Girls opening. Well shit, I gotta do it now. That's how that started. That is how the most popular video on my channel started, was that. And then I sent it. And by the way, if you haven't seen the original Penguin Drum opening, you should check it out. You should check it out and compare it with my video, just to see, just compare. All I'm saying is it'd be really funny to turn this into a serious Nyannaku Sugar Girls opening. Part of the joke will be that I took it so seriously. I have not seen the original. I don't think I explained this very properly, because I tried to write this paragraph a million times at the time, but I was like, this sounds so snobbish and so like elitist, you know? But Maoru Penguin Drum, I would say, is like a more cutesy aesthetic Evangelion in a way, in terms of how serious the themes and background of the story is. But if you've ever heard about stuff like Revolutionary Girl Utena, it's made by the same director and it's written by the same guy, so it's very, very serious, and the opening is filled with symbolism. And at the time I was revisiting Nyannaku Sugar Girls, like, you know, I was revisiting it and I was like listening to, I was like, oh, what are the songs they use in Nyannaku Sugar Girls? They use a lot of Clannad OST. And I was like, wow, that's really funny. An extra little layer that they're using the OST of like a really, really sad, tragic anime for Nyannaku Sugar Girls. And then that got me thinking. The hamster wheel spun. And I was like, what if I did the same thing? I kept the joke going. And that's more of what I said. I was talking to Sol about it, and I think I called him Chad because we were talking about Persona or something, so that's why I said that. But Honestly, the opening might not even take that long, and it didn't. It took me a week. I made that video in about a week, because I was on winter break. And just some context for that winter break in particular was I was taking a winter semester course. So I was actively procrastinating my assignments for my writing class in favor of working on Yanako Sugar Girls. I feel it'd be conceited of me to make the original opening in my style because it'd imply this is Nanako Sugar Girls if it was good. Which, by the way, I'm not sure it's a take I totally agree with now. I think people making recreations of the opening is totally fine. And I don't think it's conceited at all. But I guess at the time I was like, it's conceited if I do it. For some reason. It's really silly. It's really, really silly. But I guess I'm glad in hindsight I thought that way because that's the reason that what I have now exists. And I honestly prefer that too if I were to try to recreate it myself. But if I made it into the Mamoru Penguin Drum opening, I would be continuing the joke. And then I said, I am a genius. And Soul said, it's been a while since you said that. Whenever I have ideas that are like really, really good or I think are really good, they're usually really silly. I'll sometimes say that. Just a little bit of context. Here's some process shots. This is me making the intro card. Right here. I can't believe I'm doing this. On December 18th of 2023. And then this part. This is the main villain of Mamoru Penguin Drum. And I'm like, redrawing this is gonna make me laugh. Who's the main villain of Nanako Sugar Girls? It's not Bokutachi-san. It's the squirrel. Which is why, which is why I'll play it now. Hopefully the audio doesn't play. This is Nanako Sugar Girls. I'll skip to the end. So I hear the squirrel pops up and not an actual character because the squirrel is the main villain. Yeah, Mr. Squeakers. Yeah, this opening was something else. I'd play the audio, but again, it's gonna get really copyrighted. Yeah, this thing was insane. I don't have terribly much to say about it, to be honest. I did want to show it because it is my most popular video, and I know I think the majority of my subscribers on this channel came from that video, so I kind of, it feels obligated to talk about it. But this was my first like major animation project because there's a lot of animations in this video, and it was pain. It was such a pain. I complained so much to Soul the whole time, but I had to take a lot of liberties with like changing the scenes. This is one of them actually. It was how I handled the transformation scene because the animations in the original were just too much. They were too much for me. I'm very much a beginner animator. I don't know what I'm doing. I still don't, but I knew even less at the time. The back of my neck is sweating. Oh my god, I'm putting my hair up. So I wanted to take it easy a little bit. But the reason this video is so, I don't want to say unremarkable, but I don't go back to it that much is because my style of like art, my art style that I have presently, you don't really see in this video. And then it's because it is a shitpost. I didn't want to try that hard on most of the pieces. And it also was Nanako Sugar Girls, so I felt it would be okay if, you know, there's some shitty art in there. And the reason that there is so much of like the hands looking like that is because originally there was a lot of hand animation, and I was way too lazy to actually do it. So I was like, well, it's Nanako Sugar Girls. I can just draw it with my mouse, and people will be like, yeah. And guess what? I was right. So many people commented and said they loved what was it? Somebody said the stinky drawings. They called them Anna's paint stink. I freaking loved that comment so much. That was so freaking funny. But man, I had to export this video. I think I had to export it 9 different times because so many different parts kept breaking in the export. It was really, really frustrating. So frustrating. But I also, my last note on this, I didn't expect it to become my most popular video at all. My expectation was that it would get like 1,000 views at most, and then that'd be it, because Nanoku Sugar Girls hasn't really been terribly relevant in the last couple of years. It had a boom in 2020, but that's about it. And it was such like a niche, I guess niche is a good way to put it. It was such like a specific theme and topic, because it's Nanoku Sugar Girls times Maoru Penguin Drum. I figured nobody would see it, but I was so wrong. I was so wrong. Yeah, that's Maoru Penguin Drum. I like that video a lot. I think it's entertaining, and I'm glad so many people liked it. So, yeah. Thank you everyone who left me a lot of nice comments on both Nanoku Sugar Girls and on A Way of Life. I forgot to mention that. This is another project I'm not going to dive too deeply into. It's the next one. It's Dance and Memories, which is my first 2024 project. I made it in January of this year. It's pretty simple. It was just a little dance loop I made, because it was the first time animation made sense to me, because I was sitting there like, I want to make a dance to this song. So I really liked Dance and the Memories by Nakahara Meiko. And I was like, how would I do it? Oh, I would do 1, 2, 3 frames for this part, and then one transition, and then 1, 2, 3 frames for this part, and then another transition. I was like, whoa! This is when I started experimenting with like the sparkle effects, which I still use. I use this dot layer thing to this day. I just use it in Daijoubu as this. And I use the sparkles to this very day. And this is the outro. Just, you know, just kinda just, yeah, you see those dots? I use this thing all the freaking time. I'm telling you, I make assets for my videos and then I just don't stop using them. That was Dance and the Memories. There's really not much to say about it. All your videos pick the best songs? I'm really happy you think so. Oh, fun fact, I can actually play the audio of this one, because this one didn't get copyrighted. But even if I do get copyrighted, it's totally worth it. The next project is, of course, the one and only Codename Sailor V opening, which is my personal favorite of my videos. It's in my top 3. Let me go back to the slideshow. Yeah, we're on to this. So a little bit of an introduction. Wait. Oh, I forgot. The day I came up with the idea was on December 15th of 2023. I want to make my own rendition of a Sailor V opening. And the backstory of the backstory is that I first read Codename Sailor V in 2018. So I would have been... How old would I have been? 2018, how many years ago was that? Was that that was 6 years ago. Oh my god. 22 minus 6. Well, how old was I? Oh my god. How old was I? I don't remember. I think 16. I think I was 16, like 15, 16 years old. What a boomer. Come on. Yeah, I first read it in 2016 and I fell in love with it. I thought it was amazing. And so that is when I, for the first time, wanted to create a Sailor V opening, because that's when I first saw, oh my gosh, I forget who made it. I'm really grateful, because I put in the description of Codename Sailor V, the video, I put in the description, I was like, I don't know who made the original Codename Sailor V fan opening. I'm sure if you guys have seen mine, you've probably seen that one too. Hang on. I actually put it in the description, because somebody in the comments told me, and it got marked as spam at first, because they put a link, but I'm so glad I caught it, because I would have never found out. By Fabs10, who made the original. I saw that, and I was like, ugh! I want to make that too. I want to make my own. So then this is the day I started the project. It was January 24th of 2024. Let's do it, baby. And that's the end of the slideshow. Who's your favorite singer? What's your favorite series? Oh, my favorite singer. That's hard. That's a hard one. I'll pick one of them. How about that? I'll pick one of them. Oh wait, that's easy. I like Akina Nakamori. She's my favorite. And then my favorite series is Happy Anniversary. Thank you. Oh, there's like back-to-back compliment bombs. I don't know what to say. I'm flattered. The brown-haired boy is her boyfriend. Oh my gosh, I made my dog bark. Sorry. You're not talking about Soul, right? You're not talking about Soul, right? Oh my god. I'm so sorry. That was oh my god, I'm lightheaded. Oh, I wish Soul was awake right now. Soul is not my boyfriend. I don't even have a boyfriend. Thought he'd be here. I know, I'm sorry about the clickbait in the thumbnail. I didn't even think about that. I literally made the thumbnail like a couple of hours ago. Just so we're all on the same page. I know I'm laughing really hard about the idea of Soul being my boyfriend. I swear we're on the same page about this. If he was here right now, he probably also would have been laughing. Oh my god. I can't look at chat right now. Can someone say something really unfunny so I stop thinking about it? Oh god, my stomach hurts. I feel like actually sick to my stomach. Oh my god. He's a really good guy. We're just not into each other like that, okay? We're not into each other like that. Oh. 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 Andy's profile picture is the real boyfriend. Yeah, it's Elliot. Elliot from Stardew Valley. I am so lightheaded right now. I'd like to apologize to my poor dog who I made bark because I was slamming on my desk so hard. And I'm sorry to the people who I live with who just had to hear that. I'm gonna tell Soul you said that. Thank you for making me laugh that hard. That felt really good. Sorry if I left something crazy. No, don't worry. It's okay. Just some context for why I laughed so hard. It's because I've been collaborating with Soul for 3 years, and I've had this joke with him for the last 3 years. I said that I could not wait for the day that somebody would say or think that we are dating, because it is just so off the table. I promise you, he feels the same way. I promise. He's not awake right now. He's very asleep. But if he was, I would message him and I'd ask, like, hey, maybe I'll message him and then I'll put it on Twitter. How about that? I know you guys probably feel bad for him. I'm gonna show him this clip. Oh my god, it took 3 years and it finally happened. I guess he's probably not into girls. Sorry. Sorry, the only reason that was so funny is because people in real life always accuse him of liking men. He's very straight. Oh, the double whammy. This is the best day ever. Oh, you guys are leaving me the best anniversary presents. Thank you so much. My bad, Soul. It's okay, it's okay. He actually, I guess it's a story he should tell, but I don't know the next time he'll be on the stream. He's very comfortable with his sexuality. He's one of those guys. I'm sorry. Don't be sorry. It's okay. Don't worry. Don't worry, don't worry. You're fine. I'm being completely serious. I am so happy. You know, Soul is very, very comfortable with his sexuality. He's so comfortable that he actually, a couple years ago, he decided he wanted to test out and see how many men he could pull on Tinder. And oh my gosh, he is so popular with men. He was really stoked about it too. He was super proud of it. He's like, yeah, he's like, it's too bad I'm not into men. Like, I would be living the life. But he's also popular with women too. Like, when he tries, he's really good with the ladies too. He just doesn't try. He just doesn't try. Yeah, just don't worry. It's just, I cannot wait to show him the stream later. I made a scenario in my head of you and brown-haired boy. Don't worry. No, well, scenario. Oh god. Anyways, codename's ephiepen. By the way, if you're a tall woman in chat and you're interested in my friend's soul, send me a message. I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. Just jokes. No, we're just really, really good friends. And stuff. Soliciting dates for Soul on stream. Yeah, you know, might as well. I think I have a, oh, I forgot I was gonna show statistics of my channel. Not show them, but tell them. I think my channel is 57% women and like 40-something% men, so it's pretty even. So, you know, take advantage of that. Get some ladies from my good friend. But he's also, I don't think he'd appreciate that. Sorry. Oh, that's amazing. I don't even know what I was saying. Oh my goodness. I gotta move on. This project was a dream project from when I was a kid, is what I was trying to say. From when I was young, but I've always wanted to make this. And then I finally could. Here's codename Sailor B. I'm just gonna play it, because we'll be here all day. Do the audio. Dun, dun, dun. 吸い込まれてく Did you see that? You guys remember what I told you, right? I told you this earlier. Pay attention to that transition from a way of life. And this is why. Here it is. I reused it. I reused it. Beautiful art, thank you. And the song is addicting. I really, really love this song too. This is my favorite part. I know this is actually a lot of people's favorite part because this video has enough views that you can see the most replayed parts of the video, and that part was one of them. Yeah. So much of this video was a pain in the ass to make though, I'm not gonna lie to you. It took me from January of 2024 to March of 2024. Deserves a lot of recognition? Thank you, I'm happy you think so. I like this part here with the run cycle. I'll get back to it in a second, but you can tell I was getting lazy with the character design of Codename Sailor V because none of the stripes are on it. And to be fair, it would have been a pain to animate. Seriously an awesome style. Thank you! Thank you. Yeah, this is another video that I was like tearing up watching as it finished. Oh, I'm getting chills. It's my own video too. I've seen it a million times. Ah, yeah. Definitely a classic. I think I'm gonna remember this one for a really long time. Just to go through it very briefly, because, you know, I think it deserves some time to be spent on it. So the song is Root Venus by Fukami Mika, who is the original voice actress for the 90s Sailor Venus. And she also did the ending theme I chose. This song was also the one that the original Codename Sailor V fan opening I saw, they used the same song. I mixed it slightly different. I had it be a little bit longer because I just thought, you know, like there's parts of the song I really like that I wanted to include. And so I want to talk about, there's so much to talk about. This intro was one of the first things I came up with, was the spotlight thing. It was originally all black, but I thought it was kind of bleak, you know, because it's a shoujo. So I made it this purple screen tone, and it turned out really well. Maybe a little bit blinding, because of the screen tones. And this, like, title card was really, really lazy, to be honest. I just reused a bunch of assets. And this, like, wheel flower thing was inspired by both... It was inspired by... the original Sailor Moon Crystal openings, because they have this kind of texture in a lot of stuff, a lot of their promotions. These are the characters, I think this is that was a detective character, I forget her name. I'm gonna be honest with you guys, I had to read the entirety of Codename Sailor V, like binge read it, sorry, before I started the project, and I took a bunch of screenshots of like, maybe I want to include this, maybe I want to include that. Here's some outfits. I took so many screenshots when I was reading it, because I'd only read a couple of chapters in 2018. I didn't actually finish it. So I only finished it for the first time this year, and then I made this, and I'm really glad I did, because I was able to get like those little details, especially because I didn't know that there were so many references to the Sailor Senshi anniversary award. Thank you for the super. I appreciate it, Bart. Aw, thank you. When are you gonna make your next video? I have no idea. I don't know. I haven't really thought of anything yet. I was gonna get to that later, even though the stream's been going for so long. This is the detective lady, this is her assistant. They show up there. I kind of wanted to have like, oh, here's like some of the heroes. And then here's like one of the main antagonists right here. And then here's some of the other little mini antagonists. Then here's, oh, I forget his name. I am so ashamed of myself. I forget his name, but this guy, Ace, I think his name is Ace. I wish I could have included more of Ace in hindsight, but because he was a really important character. But I'm satisfied with how I included him. And this part might be a little confusing, but I kind of googled like, is it possible for the moon to eclipse Venus, the planet? And I found out, kind of. So this is like Sailor Moon, the moon eclipsing Venus, to show more of the connection. I'm not sure that was super clear, but now you know. And this animation was such a pain in the ass to make. I had to redo it twice. I just could not figure it out. I could not figure that out. Such a pain. That hair animation was a pain. And that right there was one of the last drawings I made. This was one of the first drawings I made. I think this was the last animation I made. And at this point I was so tired, I was just like, get it over with. Get me out of here. This is inspired by, I don't know if you guys have ever seen Kami-sama Kiss. When are you going to make a pink Sailor Moon one, please? Do you mean, Sheepy Moon? Wait, I don't know what that means. A pink Sailor Moon. Googling whether something is possible rather than just doing something that's cool is really relatable. Yeah. I don't know, I didn't want it to be... I guess it's Sailor Moon, I should have just done it anyway if it turned out it couldn't happen, but... I was worried to be unrealistic, which is really funny for a magical girl series. But this part was inspired by Kami-sama Kiss. There's a little part where Nanami in the first opening is like sitting just like this. And I referenced a picture of myself for this pose actually. I'm not going to show it, but yeah. I really love this part. This is my other favorite part because of the lip sync and just the way it all comes together. I'm going to play this on again. I really love that part. I really, really love it. It's also the second most replayed part of the video, and I'm so happy about it. I'm so happy about that. For some reason, I had a feeling you referenced a picture of that. I sure did. Sometimes you can just tell. I get what you mean. Yeah, this is also a lazy transition to the end, and then this part was one of the first set of visuals I created. Yeah. I'm really, really proud of that video. I'm really proud of it. I think the view is perfect. The experience is chef's kiss. I'm so happy you think so. The next one's also pretty straightforward. It's just the ending theme. There's not terribly much to say about it. Let me turn the... this song... I forget what the song's called. I made this one much more simple because I took a long break from making videos between this and the opening. I wasn't going to make an ending theme. I wasn't going to make one. So this video I created in like a couple days actually. It took just a couple days. I finished it really, really fast. I felt a little bad because it's much more simple. But the reason I decided to go a simple route is because one, it was my first project back after a really long hiatus. But also, it's an ending theme, and ending themes are typically pretty, they're either really experimental or they're much more simple. I've seen ending sequences of anime that were just like an illustration in the corner, and then in the other corner is like a playback of significant moments from that episode. I was originally gonna do a different song too, but it was like kind of a bummer song. I forget what it was called. It was also by Fukami Rika though, for this Sailor Moon. Sorry, I talked over the whole thing while the audio was playing. But yeah, I reused a lot of old assets, and that intro part is actually pretty significant to me because I talked to my roommate. I actually got her approval for the intro part because I was so confused. I was like, how do I open this? How do I do it? I was like, love and beauty shock, because that part of the song is so cute, where she yells that. The cut of the song I chose, actually, does it say what the song title was? Where is it? Here. Ai no Megami no How to Love. I cut to the middle of the song because I heard her say love and beauty shock, and I'm like, that is the essence of Sailor Venus, is love and beauty. So I wanted to start with that because it was really, really significant to me. And then I even cut the chorus in half too. So this song is really, really shortened. It's really, really like heavily mixed to become an ending theme. But I felt like that was fine because a lot of ending themes I've heard did the same thing with their songs too. And openings. But I went for that really sketchy look all throughout the video because it just kind of felt right. And I was really inspired by Kotocha's first ending sequence, which if you haven't seen it, I reference it a lot and I really, really love it, so I highly recommend you watch it. Yeah, I referenced outfits that she wore at the manga too. So she wore a maid outfit at some point, a secretary kind of looking outfit, and then the next one is her date outfit, which I also drew in the opening. This is her date outfit. And so like the kind of theme for the video was like, I followed the lyrics pretty heavily of like, oh, how to love. I don't know how to love. Because Venus she's just like Sailor Moon. She's very focused on love. You are Sailor Venus? Oh, gosh. Thank you. I'm happy you said that. I mean, fun fact about me is that I'm a Taurus, which means that my home planet is actually Venus, so... I'm just kidding. This is her idol outfit, which Venus has a pretty heavy emphasis on being an idol. It's her dream, so it felt appropriate. It felt appropriate. And this little, like, pattern and color scheme was heavily based off of Love Live. Love Live in the song Music Start has the same type of color palette for their close-up shots of the girls while they're singing. And if you don't know what I'm talking about, just Google it. Just Google Love Live Music Start GIF and you'll find a whole bunch. Yeah. Sketchiness is something I'm a fan of. It's a more simple video, but I do like it. Although, to be honest, I do forget it exists all the time because it is... That's a really, really loud car. I don't know if you guys heard that. That was really loud. Yeah. This is also when I taught myself how to do this sketchy animation too. It's really, really simple. You just do like 3 frames of drawing the sketch over and over, and then you stick it in and it animates itself. It's really, really nice. My favorite part of the video, just to end, is this part here going into this part with the facial expressions. I love this part. I directly ripped it off of Kodacha too. Not even gonna lie to you. Direct ripoff. There's so many little references in there from me personally. Okay. I wanna drink some water. I've been yapping a lot, but I still got some fire in me. The next project, I can't play the audio because it's really, really copyrighted. But the next the next project is Jukai by Akira Nakamori. This is one of my dream projects since, I think, August of 2023. I was gonna make a cover of it on my old channel, and I'm really glad I didn't post that because it's not good. But I've always wanted to do something for Jukai. I really love the song, and I highly recommend you guys go watch performances of Akira Nakamori performing any of her songs, but especially Jukai, because she is a force to be reckoned with. I love that video even though I'm not too familiar with the source. Akira Nakamori, just to give a little bit of background about her, because it is a little bit important, she was a super popular Showa idol in the 80s in Japan, and eventually I think she is now one of the top 3 most famous female singers in Japan. She's a really huge deal, and this song was one of her most significant songs because it was kind of her like introductory song in a way. She'd been active for a couple years and had many hits at that point, but this song settled her as like a rebellious queen, because at the time in the 80s, if you guys have ever heard of like Seiko Matsuda, you can like Google her to see what I'm talking about. Her like kind of look and vibe was the popular thing for Showa idols at the time, was to have like the short hair, the girl next door look, singing sad songs with a cute smile, and like just kind of being cute on stage. Akina instead had a really deep voice and long hair, and was singing these really, really rebellious songs at the time, and Jukai really solidified her fame in 1984. And so I referenced her like famous move where she's bending backwards on stage, which, by the way, you gotta see it, it's so amazing. She has a background in ballet, which is why she's this. Yeah. And the outfit too. This is the outfit she would wear. She was so rebellious though, because she would like turn away from the audience and like have her back to them and not even look at them the whole time. It was so cool. She's so cool. That's where I'll end that. But for this project, I was going through something personal at the time. I've talked a little bit about it before. I was about to graduate university when I first decided, like, I want to make this project for sure. It was April of this year, and at the time I was going through a lot of issues with, I had a falling out with a friend, basically, that I'd been friends with most of university, and I'm not gonna go too much in detail because, you know, it's out of respect, but that person did a number on my confidence because I kind of let it happen too, because there were many times where they would do this thing where I would bring up an accomplishment of mine or like some type of story of mine. Like, for example, I would say, oh, I got a 100% on my project for this class. And then what they would say in response is, oh, I got a bunch of 100% in that class too. And then start showing me all of their projects. That's what they would do. And they would very frequently... Is the same person you mentioned a few weeks ago? Yeah, it's that same person. They would try to one-up me in every single way. And it was kind of like a subtle way of saying, I'm better than you. I'm superior to you. But I did enjoy being friends with that person though, because the good moments were good. The good moments were really good. We had a lot of things in common, and they were fun to talk to when it wasn't like that, but it happened so often. And within the last year, it got worse too. It got way, way worse. Like, to the point where they literally couldn't have a conversation with somebody without making it about themselves. They likely stem from a lot of neglect and one or two cold parents. That is possible. It's not my place to confirm or deny, but it's certainly possible. Yeah. There's somebody I've had to work on, in a way, forgiving for the last couple of months, because it's still recent. That still bothers me a lot, and I feel where I felt for a long time that, like, oh, it's just so unfair the way they treated me and the way things ended. Because when the friendship ended, they immediately turned to other people and started talking badly about me. And, like, making people take sides, and, like, it worked. I say it just worked. It wasn't me, but some, like, my other friends who also knew this person cut things off. They told me that people would, like, flip them off on the street. High school level behavior? Yeah. It definitely felt like I was reliving high school at the time. I was so over it, because I was about to graduate college, and I was like, you've gotta be kidding me. You've gotta be kidding me. I knew it was coming too, though, because I've known this person a long time. Anyway, that was part of the basis of Jukai, of the story behind Jukai. I've just kind of always been around people like that since high school. A former best friend of mine was pretty similar. One of the most hurtful things I think I've ever been said to me was by my former best friend, who, by the way, I didn't have a falling out with her or anything. I just kind of drifted. But she said to me when I was 16 and said, she admitted that, what'd she say? I became friends with you because your art was worse than mine, and it made me feel good about myself. That was what she said to me. And I still think about that to this day. Because the way I reacted at the time was, I did try to brush it off, but my next thought was, do you still think of me that way? And I don't think she did, for the most part. But anytime, as my art improved over time and was becoming, like, on the same level as her, it made her angry. She used to cuss me out whenever I would show her my art and it'd be like a piece I really tried on, and then yeah, it was like cussing as a joke, but it's also like wow. And so stuff like that is what inspired this video, which was about I'll restart it. The main character here is a character based off of Akina's likeness, which is this character here. And so the this part is like an ex-boyfriend's ex-friend kind of character who they surround themselves with people who are basically yes men and think of themselves as like a celebrity or like a king in like a castle, untouchable, like superior to everybody. And this is the main character who decided to separate herself from all of that, and because she changed so much from her past self, she becomes almost scorned by all of these people as she faces them and is all alone. Like they are pointing their fingers at her. It's almost like they're seeing the devil. But then she points her finger back and says, "No, you are the devil." And this part transitions into her past self, which is the character with the blue eyes. This is her past self, the more timid, almost like, I don't want to say doormat, but like the character who is taking it, is assuming the role that everybody wants her to assume, as somebody who just takes it, you know? But as the video goes on, you know, you kind of read, these are like the memories of the past, the good moments, you know, it's exactly what I said. And this like little thumb up, thumbs down move was a callback to a move that Akina does, but it also was to point out that like, this is the good side is the blue, this is the bad side is the red. The separation between the red character and the blue character is like good and bad in the eyes of the characters. And this is the breaking point. And the rose is like symbolic of like ambitions, dreams, kind of just crushing this person's self-esteem in a way. And then you kind of just reach a breaking point. You can't do it anymore. And then all these people turn on her. They're like, why'd you do that? But sometimes you just gotta stand strong alone. And just be happy about it. That little smile. And the reason I chose to actually include the Ten Commandments was kind of a nod to... The song is called Ten Commandments in English, but my interpretation of the song is that it is... Because it's called Ten Commandments in 1984, at the time it would have been a modern interpretation of the Ten Commandments, which are rules everybody is meant to follow. And you can take this two ways. The way I took it for the song itself is that it was a modern love story about a woman who has been scorned by this guy over and over and over again, who has been breaking the Ten Commandments actively, like cheating on her, disrespecting her, lying to her. And she's basically telling him, if you don't shape up, this is your last chance. If you don't shape up, I'm leaving you. And the way I kind of took it was in a similar vein, but it has a double meaning of like breaking the rules in a sense, which is why there's that little like slash thing happening. I chose in the end not to have a super like religious connotation to the video though, because I was worried about like disrespecting the religion. I don't know terribly much about like, would it be Christianity? I'm not sure. I don't know a lot about it. I actually had to ask my friends to know about it for some input and help with interpreting the Ten Commandments and stuff. But so I only had that little snippet in the video, but it was originally gonna have a little bit more imagery, but I was like, I don't know, it's kind of a line I didn't feel good going too deep into, but that's what I was thinking to explain. This part here is like the rebirth. She's in like a coffin, and then the eye color changes. This is the moment she decides to be reborn. if I had to describe this as a tarot card, it would be the Death card. Because the card Death is about rebirth, ironically. It's like the cocoon becomes a butterfly. And these flowers are like symbolic of the old her. She's holding them, and then the whole thing explodes. And everyone's panicking. Why is this happening? Oh my goodness. And those are like flashbacks to like who I thought you were, who you are now, and right in front of me. It's so over. Boom. Ah. Yeah. It's about the joy of rediscovering yourself after a pretty shitty situation, I'd say. Standing strong in yourself. That was a long rant, but I've been wanting to talk about that for a really long time, so I'm happy I had the time to do that. Yay! Thanks for listening to me. The next project, straightforward. The Jukai is my most personal project, so the rest of the projects are not gonna have... Actually, I only have one project left. This is the last one, because I already talked about Daijobu. This is the last one. My Heart Hard Pinch. My first and potentially only cover on this channel. This is a very impromptu video. I wasn't gonna do it. I was terrified. I'm like so terrified of singing in front of people. Because, I actually never explained why, I don't think. But, or maybe I did, but on my old channel I occasionally post myself singing, and I got a lot of hate comments on a cover I did, and that just kind of, I was like, nah, I'm done. But I had a lot of fun recording My Heart Hard Pinch, and I really love the song. It's by Sotai Seriron. Sotai Seriron. You can tell because I did a Mamoru Penguin Drum, but I love Etsuko. I love Etsuko Yakishimaru. I listen to her songs all the time. I listen to Sotai Seriron all the time. And I love this song in particular because it had the Kakiku Kenko, A I U E O, you know? It's a hiragana. I spent the start of this year learning hiragana. So I was like, oh, that's so perfect. I had so much fun working on it. So much fun working on it. It was a really interesting video too because it was my first little inclusion of my hands. I think I told Tara this because Tara commented on the video. I said this to her, but I'll say it on the stream. I painted my nails just for this video. Let me pause it because I want to show off. See that? I painted my nails just for this because I thought it had more live action shots in it, but it didn't. It didn't. Hands reveal. Yeah, aren't my nails pretty? Hi, ephiepen. Hello. Hello, Zinc. Yeah, I'm pale as a ghost, huh? There's a reason why I look like this. Because of this. That was super cool, dude. Thanks. I was happy someone liked it. It was... Let me use a graphic design term. It's called Discord. Because it's sudden and abrupt. Watch this. Discord. Not going out of the house for real. I'm actually, while it's true, I do spend a lot of time indoors. I naturally come by it. I'm naturally very pale. You should see my family. We're all very we're all very pale. Especially my mommy. Vampire? Yeah, I actually did get accused of being a vampire when I was a kid. Not even joking. Twilight was super popular when I was like 10, and these kids came up to me on the playground and were like, hey, you should be our vampire queen. And I was like, I don't believe in vampires, just be cool. I would have killed it though. I would have killed it. I can't go outside, the sun is a deadly laser. So true. But this kind of goes back to the visuals of, I love garlic. It goes back to the visuals of the Codename Sailor V ending with the scribbliness. I used the same exact tricks And the theme I was going for was this like notebook theme, where she has that sketchbook and then the background is the stuff she's drawing in her notebook. Originally I was going to write out her lyrics, but I don't know how to write in Japanese. But the song, in essence, it's about a girl who's trying to deny her feelings of love. And this song in particular is the most fun to write subtitle lyrics for. I kind of hope you guys are reading the subtitles that I write on my videos. I work really hard on them. Well, not super hard. I don't translate them or anything. I always put in the description where I got the translations from if I rewrote subtitle lyrics, but I had so much fun. I've been doing it since Codename Sailor V, and it's been so much fun. It's the part I start with every time. The subtitles are nice, thank you. Yeah. I had those little themes in there. The main illustration, and this project I wanted to be simple, and it was simple. It took me like a week to make, aside from recording it. But I wanted to do, you know how like VTubers will do music videos and they usually just have like a main illustration that they use? I wanted to do that for once and just have lyrics come in on the side. And you know, I'm working that graphic design degree, look at that. I'm working that typography. If only they could see me now. This part was my favorite part because of the lyrics. It's like tarot cards, flower petals, trying to rely on the supernatural to get answers, which is something I do. Something I do. It's so much fun though, it's so much fun. I loved making this part. How's it go again? Nani nune no yo. I forget how it goes. Ikenai datte hayasugiru. Aiue oto. Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't know. I'll remember. I'm sorry, Tara. Look at my poor attempt at Japanese at the end. I'm Joe. Hello, Joe. You ever heard of Joe Mom? That wasn't funny. I'm sorry. I'm Bart. This is a simple one. Not too much to say, but I do like it a lot. It's in my top 3. Fun and simple. Keeping it simple. Ta-da! Those are all my videos. Ah, it took so long. And the last one's Deja Vu. Do you post any artwork anywhere? I post it to Instagram, Twitter, and DeviantArt, and most recently Pixiv. I just opened a new tab to see the subtitles and they're so yummy. I'm happy. Thank you. Thank you. Yeah. Let me open my notes. The video you're playing right now, is it this one? People mistake me for a girl outside a lot too, and I don't even bother correcting them. It's my bad. I kind of just assumed, which was wrong of me, but I assumed because your name is a little bit, I guess it could be considered feminine, I don't know. But that's close-minded of me. Yeah. Anniversary notes. Why are the subtitles not on display in the video? It's because the subtitles are only part of the YouTube video, so I can't put them here. There's also no audio, so you don't need the subtitles. Andy's unisex as well? I think it is. Wasn't Andy from Toy Story a girl? Or was he a boy? I don't remember. haven't seen Toy Story in forever. Yeah, it's been a long year. I didn't make that many videos, but I'm not that upset about it. Because they took so long to make. We all know how I feel about this video, so I'm not gonna talk about it. I think there are a couple things I did forget to talk about, though. I just don't remember what they were. I guess Daijoubu was meant to be a tale about creation. And a letter of encouragement to myself, because I obviously need a lot of encouragement. My name references Terra as an Earth. Oh, my real name's Terrence. Like from Tinkerbell! I loved Terrence from Tinkerbell. I know that's your real name. Sorry. Hello, Ryan. Oh my gosh. Can you guess what my name is? Baby Zinc? I have no idea. Is it from Pokemon? Like Zinc from Pokemon? I haven't played so much Pokemon. I'm crying right now. Why are you crying? Are you okay? That sounded condescending. Sorry, I'm genuinely concerned. Bro literally has a baby head on in a basic powder can. I didn't actually know that's what that was. I'm really glad you clarified. I'm being serious. Oh right, this was a love letter to myself. This video. I obviously had a lot of personal elements in it because it is an FE video, but the basic story was actually I wrote it down. Never read this out. Let me find the document. Daijoubu. Originally supposed to be my final music video of the year that reminisces on all the videos I made this year with a dance in the chorus featuring close friends or alt FEs. That changed. It became the 1-year anniversary video. Let me go into my version history. Here's what I wrote. As usual, the idea to make a music video struck and I started working on the caption lyrics first. I wasn't serious about this video, to be honest. I have plenty of cancelled or delayed projects, and I expected this thing to join the bin. But one night, while ruminating over my worries, I read the caption lyrics I wrote and felt emotional. It was unknowingly like I wrote a letter to myself that I needed to read at that exact moment. I tend to get caught up in the opinions others have of me, or what I think other people think of me. It's exhausting and silly. Every day I can just swim in a pool of negativity I created. And then I talked about my mental health, which is so boring. Not good. The way I put it was, my default state for the past 3 years has been stress, and it started taking a toll on my health, both mental and physical. And when my health is jeopardized, I get even more stressed. Yep. The first step to getting better is to find ways to relax and remind myself everything will be okay. Hence, daijoubu, daijoubu. Yeah. Common theme for me. I swear I wrote something else. I rewrote that description a million times. Because I wanted to put it the right way. But in essence, I wanted the video to kind of represent like this part here is like insecurity and worry about the future, because this was like FE 1.0. Was very, very worried about the future, but then kind of like kept walking anyway on this scary little path, and then like, you know, bad things happen sometimes, and then you feel sad about it, like right here, and the earth, it feels like the world is ending, you know. Sometimes you get angry. Sometimes you get sad. But at the end of the day, I want to smile regardless. Then, yeah, that's what it meant to me. And the thing I forgot to mention when I did the celebration stream is that I want you to notice how in this video, for the entirety of the video up until right here, my character is alone. But for the rest of the video, I was surrounded by friends and lots of little creatures. And of course, the Effie penguins. And I was able to find a way to keep going. Saying goodbye to the negative thoughts. You seem like a really earnest artist and you give this feel that makes others want you to do well in life. Oh, I'm happy. I'm glad you want me to do well. I tried to vaccine in the artist a while back and suffered skill issue. Their self-deprecation led to inaction. Inaction led to no progress. And no progress led to self-deprecation. Yeah. It's pretty relatable. Oh, thank you for the super chat. Thank you, Effie, for the usual yap stream. Couldn't make it to your stream, but you instead kept me company as I'm biking for an hour. Wow. Well, since you're ASMR, happy anniversary. Thank you. It's okay you couldn't make it, but I'm glad I was able to entertain you. Thank you so much. Silly penguin always be with you? Oh, I'm happy. Yeah, that's true. They'll always be on the little table with me, taking a little nap. Do you know penguins take naps for 4 seconds at a time? He's about to wake up soon. Open your eyes. There you I really, really love that song though. Yeah. I love that song. It was just so much fun to listen to. Though now I'm a little over it, unfortunately. I forgot to mention, I mentioned last stream that my dog was sick. Or threw up. It turns out she had an infection. But she's taking medicine and she's feeling a lot better now, so. Some of you guys had well wishes for my little doggy. She's doing okay. Little Miss Rat is doing just fine. She's getting her pep back on her step. Do you have pink hair in real life? I do not, and I've never had pink hair actually. Deja Vu with a Master Voice, you covered it. I don't think there's an instrumental for it. I did think about it though. Thanks for the hearts. My natural hair color I really like, as much as sometimes I do want to experiment. So, I'm keeping it the way it is. It's actually, it's really popular with people actually, my particular look. I have really, really pale skin. My hair color is naturally really dark brown, so the contrast is really strong. And my photography professor in college actually, because I was a model for someone's projects, I think 2 people's projects. And he really, really liked me as a model. I think Soul's awake. Yeah. Soul, you'll never guess what someone said earlier. Oh. Someone thought we were. Now let me ask the next question. Soul, would you date me? What's your opinion on worms? I try not to step on them. I feel bad for worms whenever they're on the pavement drying to death after rain. I'll tell you what Soul says in response to that. Because yes, I did just ask him, would you date me? Sorry, I'm getting distracted. What was I talking about? What did Solar reply? He didn't reply. He didn't reply yet. Sorry. What's I talking about? Oh, anniversary notes. Let me open that. I guess in all, because who asked that earlier? It was Joe. It was Joe. Joe. It's just the fact your name is Joe. So, well, not actually Joe, but you know, your nickname is Joe is really funny. What'd you say? Oh, was it to your expectations about my channel? I didn't come into this channel with expectations, actually, because the reason I quit my old channel was because I actually I wrote a lot of thoughts. I'm not gonna read all of them, but let me find it. This is what I wrote. When you say Joe, it doesn't register in my brain you're talking about me. Yeah, I figured. I wrote this down. I'm not very good with my words on the spot, so I have a lot of stuff written down that I'm reading, but I wrote this about why I started ephiepen. I've mentioned many times before that I had an old channel. In 2023, it had been active for 2 years. There were a lot of reasons I stopped creating there. I got burnt out and I was focusing excessively on analytics to the point it was ruining my mental health. A lot of other things are ruining my health too, like my upload schedule and the massive projects I used to undertake in short periods of time. For some context, at the time I had an original series I was working on where each episode averaged about 40 minutes long, and I would make those in a month. I would have to write, sound design, edit, draw, the whole thing within a month, and that was a lot. And I made 4 of those, which, that's crazy. Yeah. You can see why I've had so many problems, right? It's starting to come together like a little puzzle. And before that, I made a original series called One Shot 2 Girls Head to Head that I meme a lot about because it's so bad. But I voice acted the whole thing, I wrote the whole thing, I drew the whole thing, and it was a 20-minute episode, one shot, about a story I don't want to think about, and I did that in a month. Before that. You can see why I'm having issues, right? If you think I'm crazy now, I was even crazier a year ago. I enjoyed it? You did? I forgot you subscribed to my old channel. Thank you for watching it. I really appreciate it. I was really ashamed of that project. Andy's an OG here. Andy, were you around when that project first came out, or was that after it came out? I can't remember if you came because of Evangelion or if because of something else. After. Oh, right. I haven't seen it. I should check it out. Please don't. Please don't. I'm so embarrassed about it. That project is so embarrassing. It's so bad. You can tell it's rushed too. It's so bad. I didn't finish talking. This little paragraph I was reading. When you think about it, I haven't really changed. I guess I just cope a little better and know when to quit before I break. Something else was the community that I quote-unquote built. I ended up feeling very disconnected with my community. There were things I wanted to do that the people who were there didn't seem to connect with. Namely, I wanted to focus on my art and less on being quote-unquote entertaining, if that makes sense. So I ran away. I wanted to try to build a new community around my art this time. I mentioned before, my old channel was mostly focused on, I wouldn't say commentary, but it was a variety of things. I didn't really have a niche, which is why it was such a mess. You can find all kinds of stuff on there, but it was focused on being entertaining and not so much on, here's the art I create. My art was very much a part of the channel, but it wasn't the focus, and I wanted it to be the focus, which is why I decided to move. I made videos about topics I didn't really care about, and then I would build an audience around those topics who wanted to see more of that topic, but I didn't want to make more of that topic. It was rough. It wasn't a good way to build a community, and it taught me a good lesson. I'm careful about how I put that. I want to put it as just disconnected feeling rather than like, oh, I hate my community. Like, I don't have anything against the community that I built. It's just that I was irresponsible. And I didn't know what I was doing. So I feel like I led people on in a way. Just whatever. And then I wrote, there's a comment I got on that channel, and I regret that this is what I choose to remember and not all the kind support I got from people back then, but I haven't forgotten these words. Some context. I made these two JoJo videos on that channel that did pretty well, and that's what people mostly knew me for there. So this is what that's in reference to. And somebody said a few months later that your JoJo videos were your only good videos. That's what someone said to me. I think about it from time to time. I'm continuing what I wrote down. That person doesn't know I exist here, but I just wanted to tell them that I made 2 videos that outperformed both of my supposed only good videos, and that I'm really proud of them. And another thing was art school. I was entering my final year at the time I started ephiepen. I'll keep this part short because I've talked about this before, but I have a lot of negative memories from my time at university, and that's what inspired me to create ephiepen. I wanted to have a place where I could finally do the things I've always wanted to do. I've made a lot of work both offline and online from 2021 to 2023 that I felt almost ashamed of, work that I felt embarrassed if anybody found out or saw it. My mental health was in a really bad place in that time frame as well, because of all of these things, so creating this channel was out of desire to change as a person and as an artist. I have no regrets. Yeah. What else is there? As we know, I graduated I almost said high school. I graduated college in May, which was a big thing, and because I had so many negative memories at school that really meant a lot to me too. I didn't think I would graduate because I was so out of it. I almost quit school a few months before I started ephiepen, and that's why I was so surprised I graduated college. I feel kind of bad because I'm not a very good example of being an art student. I don't want my experience at art school to be what people think art school is. It was a very, very personal experience that I had, and a very personal journey that I had. Most people really enjoy art school. So if you're somebody who's considering it, and you think you know 100% you want an art career, and you can go to art school and you really want to, I think you should do it. Just be careful what school you pick. Do your research. Be careful. But yeah, it's just for me personally, that's how it was. Never a good thing to make an audience out of things you don't enjoy. It's so true. So true. The line of thought you're doing this channel with Vi is just doing things you truly enjoy. Yeah. That's what I hoped to do, and I think I accomplished that. Gotta be mindful about debt. So true. So true. Yeah, you guys don't need to go to the top art school, by the way, to succeed and find a career. You don't need to. You don't even need to go to an art school. You can literally just go to a university with an art program. That's all you gotta do. You don't gotta go to Cal Arts. I'm like one step away for finishing another 40 mini? Another 40 minis! Oh wow! It'll become a ritual for me to paint while watching your streams. I'm really glad. I'm glad you found a way to do something creative during these streams. The only advice is that it's never too late to drop out. That's true too. I felt like it was too late for me to drop out though, because I literally finished my program and I was just a year worth of credits away, sorry, from graduating. I was like, I made it this far, I should just get the diploma. I'm really proud that I have a diploma, and it's, for me, a sign that I didn't give up. That's what it was for me. Because of critical thinking, if you're able to have it before college, you can still pull off success without safety nets. Unless the first 2 years are dropping out. I agree, yeah. First 2 years is the best time to, like, if you figure out you're not happy in school and that you want to do something else, do it within that time period. I think it's fair to say you can drop out at any time, because if things get really, really bad for you, like, you could consider it, but it is a nice safety net to have a degree, I guess. Entrepreneurs without college, artists without an art degree, programmers who did their own thing. Yeah, that's true. You don't need art school, but my advice is that if it's something you want to do, you should do it. Something you want to do and can do it. But you don't need to do it. Never feel like you need art school. Never ever feel that way. Compromise about money. Yeah, it's true. Something I wanted to read out was my document I made when I started ephiepen. I have an ephiepen. I believe it's ephiepen plans and ideas. Let me see. Yes. ephiepen plans and ideas. I wrote this in September of 2023 in my school cafe while drinking shitty coffee. ephiepen was originally the secondary channel to Ephania. I wrote this in third person like a snob, where VODs were once housed. After Effie stopped streaming, its purpose was lost, and it was a channel that merely existed for 1.5 years. The Ephania channel officially became inactive on September 12th, 2023. ephiepen is now the main channel, so what's the plan? ephiepen will be a channel for exclusively art, mostly in the form of music videos. That's true, that did happen. There will be a large emphasis on process work, with each music video having a dedicated playlist showcasing unlisted process work for those curious. That did happen. I was very good about that. This is the part I wasn't good about. As well as a compilation video where with my voice I further explain the process and inspirations. That never happened. That never happened. Let me get the pointer off the screen. That never happened. Your name sounds like ephiepen? Yeah, that was the pun. You have to clarify. I'm kind of paying for the pun, because you do have to clarify on searches that you meant to type in the H and the E. But maybe one day I'm gonna beat out Big Pharma. Gosh. Let me see. These are my goals that I wrote down. I wrote down that I wanted to become well known as an artist. I want to gain an audience from my original stories. That didn't really happen. Improve illustration, writing, typography, and editing skills, as well as gaining new ones, such as 3D modeling. That never happened. Animating. That happened. And potentially a new language. That didn't really happen. The point of the ephiepen channel is not to be an entertainer or content creator, but an artist. Holy shit, my voice. Therefore, the character Effie will take a backseat, only appearing as representative of her work. People misspell ephiepen as ephiepen? They really do? I didn't know that. I guess I did choose a shitty name again. Well, it's too late now. I don't know what to do about that. Maybe Effie Draw. Or I just full on change my name to Effie Penguin. You think your opinion has changed? Opinion on what exactly? On my goals? ephiepen is catchy? I'm happy you think so. It is true, there are VTubers that have very common words. Staying as a backseat to your work. That's actually a good thing to bring up. Get some brownie points there, Andy. That's a really good question. I don't agree. I don't agree. My original goal, I wanted to be this mysterious figure. I didn't want anybody to know anything about me, which, as time went on and I was getting comments and like having to respond to them, if you read my replies to comments around the time Maoru Penguin Jump, Nyanoko Sugar Girls came out, you can see I was being very stiff in the comments. Yeah, I wanted to be serious. I wanted people to take me seriously and think of me as a serious person. But, like, as time went on, I couldn't contain the silliness. Because there'd be comments I'd get where I'd be like, oh, I want to tell this joke, but it goes against the mysterious persona. I gave up on it. And I fully gave up on it when I started streaming. Because originally I was going to try to fake my voice a little bit too. I was going to talk like this all the time. And try my best to sound really happy and like a little bit shy and like, and just talk about my art. Serious all the time, gotta be a bit boring. I got bored. You're right, I got bored. Don't do it. Valley Girl time? It did get a little bit Valley, didn't it? To attract the wrong audience. Yeah, that's true. That's true. I'm terrified of attracting the wrong audience. I'm terrified. Yeah, no, I'm full in, like, I like being silly. It's just who I am. And it's a lot easier to not fake anything, although it is a little bit weird that, like, people I don't know so much about me, but at the same time, it's like, I'm not sharing anything bad. I'm just sharing stuff about myself. There's nothing wrong with that. As long as it's not my social security number. You know? We will teach a lesson to Effie? Oh gosh, that's a little intimidating. What else did I write? I wrote, ephiepen's audience is gender neutral. Sorry, excuse me. Hackers already have that. Yeah, that's true. I do live in the United States. ephiepen's audience is gender neutral, but leans towards girls and members of the LGBT as the ones who will most likely be interested. The reason I read that out was because hopefully this doesn't cause any issues, but when I say this, but on my old channel I would sometimes check out the things that my audience was interested in, and I found that a lot of them followed the same like misogynistic accounts, and it really terrified me that that was what I attracted, which is why I wanted to have a refresh in a way. I wanted to attract people who did not hate women or like hate people, you know what I mean? Ooh, Bart's on to something. Bart's on to something. You're not a Sigma male woman hater. I would not say that I am. I would say the opposite. I'm an alpha male woman lover. I'm just kidding. Kind of. Half of that was a joke. Don't say femcel? Why not? Slay? Yeah, I like women. But what about it? Keep girl bossing? Oh, I will. Don't you worry. I'm good at that. I'm good at girl bossing and girl feathering. I opened my channel page for a reason and now I'm like, lost in my sauce. Sorry. Funny I said that though. I said gender neutral with most likely attracting women. My current analytics, age and gender. So my audience is... Actually, let me read this full thing first before I reveal this. I said I wanted... Or not wanted. I said gender neutral, leaning towards women, as most likely be interested. These members can be any age, but will most likely be 13 to 17 or 18 to 24 years old. Young artists in particular are most welcome. Audience members will likely have an interest in singers such as Eve or artists like Vivinos, so they are likely fans of anime in extension. Altogether, we are targeting anime or digital art fans that are 13 to 24 years old and leaning towards a female and or LGBT audience. And then I wrote, for the record, Ephania's current audience is 80% males, 13 to 24 for male fans of anime. As a comparison for what I'm about to say, the ephiepen channel today is 56% female, 42% male, 0.6% user specified. So I was right there. I was dead on the money. But then my age audience is actually different. 18 to 24 is my most subscribed demographic or viewed demographic, unsurprisingly, 53%. But then the second most popular demographic is actually 25 to 34 years old at 22%. And then the next one is 35 to 44, which is 21%. The lowest is actually 13 to 17 at 1.9%. You do have to consider there are probably a lot of children who aren't honest about their age. It is quite possible. 24 to 35 is probably because of classic stuff. Yeah, that's definitely why. I did notice that a lot of older people, and I really appreciated that. It made me feel really happy that people older than me were able to feel nostalgia because of something I made. But yeah, that was my audience paragraph I wrote a year ago. This part is really funny. What I wrote here, I wrote, to achieve this audience, there should be an emphasis on hot anime men and shoujo series nostalgia. I don't think I've drawn a single hot man on this channel. I have not drawn anything like that. Shoujo, yes. Hot anime men, like as a focus, no. I would not say that is true. Soul? Don't say soul. He still hasn't responded to me. Bro, respond to me. I can see why youngsters want to watch these type of streams. Oh, streams, huh? Is it because of my voice? I'm just kidding. What do you consider hot men? Elliot from Stardew Valley, Zen from Mystic Messenger, Dr. Marky from Persona 5 Royal, who else? Gojo's a classic, not really my type, but a classic. What else? Jinchi from The Apothecary Diaries. My anime crush when I was a teenager was Yuki Somo from Fruits Basket. That's all I can list off the top of my head. I used to have a big crush on Joker from Persona 5 when I was a teenager too. Oh my goodness. The slight hunk of a man that could say baby girl in a deep voice. Isn't that just amazing? I had a huge crush on Sailor V / Moon when I first saw the box art faces when I was 3 years old. That's so cute. Personally, when I was like 14, I had a huge crush on Sailor Jupiter. Because when I saw her fight Tuxedo Mask, oh my gosh, I thought she was so awesome. I couldn't tell if I had a crush on her or if I just wanted to, if I related to her. I couldn't really tell. But I did wear rose earrings from Claire's for a really long time because of her. Yeah, I thought she was pretty. You probably wanted to be her. Maybe. I don't know. You never know. What did I say? This sentence made me laugh when I first read this a couple of nights ago. Because I did check this document to make sure I didn't say anything bad. I don't know why I thought that, but, you know. The most gender-neutral thing you can do is have pretty art. That's what I wrote. And then I wrote a note, which is actually pretty intelligent. Think Makoto Shinkai or Studio Ghibli films. Their films are loved by everyone and can be watched by anyone regardless of age, gender, background, etc. Studio Ghibli films explore a variety of themes but are all tied together with their impeccable aesthetic choices, the coziness of each film, and the often lack of adult content. Ghibli films can be watched by anyone because of this, but are widely marketed to and are popular with children. Makoto Shinkai's appeal. If you don't know Makoto Shinkai, by the way, he's the director of films like Your Name, and what was it? Is it 5 centimeters per second? Is that what it's called? There's that one. And he made the Chair film about the anime guy that turns into a chair. And he also made the Weathering with You, in case you didn't know. What did I say? It's hard to start stuff in the pool that kind of mixed audience all by yourself. I think that could be true. Makoto Shinkai's main appeal is his incredible visuals paired with typical love stories. Oh my gosh. His stories aren't the most revolutionary. Hot take there, sorry. But it's because they don't take, oh my gosh. It's because they don't take risks that they are very accessible. I would say his main audience are teenagers or young adults. My opinion of Makoto Shinkai films has just come out there. Sorry about that. And then I said at the end, I have no intentions of creating explicit adult content, which is still true. All Shinkai films have the same story. Yeah, I'd agree with you. They're very pretty though. They're very pretty. Yeah. That's what I wrote. The ephiepen document. The last thing I want to note from that is that the projects I actually finished in my idea box are Jukai, there's no way it's just Jukai. There is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26 ideas that I wrote down, and I did one of them. In 2.5 hours? Yeah, I gotta end soon, because it's getting pretty late. Yeah, that was the document. The document I just read is the ephiepen document from 2023 before I started uploading. That's what I just read. Those are my goals. Nowadays, I guess I should care more about it if I'm serious about growth. I don't really care about specific audiences or like catering to them. Again, it's horrible marketing. You should care about that if you're trying to be serious about this. But meh. I think people are very tired of bland, accessible to all art type. I think that could be true. I think it probably could be better to target specific things. Although the accessible art type is certainly popular for a reason. I will say that much. Because it's accessible. Whoa, I have dislikes on my stream? Yo! That's so sick! Who's disliking my stream, huh? Who's that? Does someone not like my voice? Oh my gosh, sorry, I was just checking it. Whoa! What was I trying to check? I don't even know. Oh my gosh. Nyandere lurking? Oh, it was Nyandere, huh? Can't believe I was able to get my biggest hater within this past year or two. Oh, let me check to see if there's anything else I want to talk about. Because today is a once in a year day. It was Soul secretly. because I laughed so hard. Oh, I didn't talk about my future goals. I wanted to talk about that a little bit. I'm still not 100% sure, but I want to take a back seat from making music video projects for a while, like a long while, because I'm kind of burnt out on it, to be honest. Not kind of, I'm very burnt out on it. So I'm taking a break from that. And I was thinking about, like, what do I want to do next? Because nothing I've been doing lately has really made me happy. And yesterday it got to a point where, like, I was kind of art blocked. Not kind of, really. I don't know why I keep saying kind of. I was very art blocked. I couldn't draw anything. Are we talking about, that time I was talking about kids with the do not interact lists? I'm gonna finally get in a list. That's so sick. So excited. That's the best anniversary present ever. Yeah, so I've been thinking a lot about what to do, and I want to go back to what I started with, which was just creating things for fun, because I have been having issues with burnout and more recently art block, and I need to like take a step back and really consider, without thinking for once about what's going to be popular, what's going to hit the algorithm, what do people want me to do. I want to go back to being, I don't know why I'm saying go back, I've always been selfish, it's just I've had all the concerns in my head while being selfish. I want to fully commit to being selfish, and I want to focus on something I've never done before. I've made a lot of different types of videos. I've never once experimented with comics. I eventually want to release my webcomic. I've been working on writing it, and I finished the summary, the detailed summary, and I'm currently working on honing that. And I want to release that eventually. I don't know if it'll be within the next year, but I hope it will be. And when I finish more about it, I'm gonna tell you guys about it. If you did Patreon for your comic, I'd totally chip in. That's good to know. Oh, wait. Thank you for the super chat, Tara. Thank you so much. If you're going to happy first year, will be soon. I kind of have to. So I'm trying to wrap up all my thoughts. Yeah, I wanna try making comics. And see what I can do with that. In the meantime, I'm gonna try to make fan work comics about things I really like, which is gonna get really selfish. Romance comedy, yeah. You know me. You know what I like. Yeah, I'm gonna explore like character-based artwork from now on. Fan magazines, maybe. I'll think about it. Because, just recently, I've been trying to do those portraits for my shorts, and it was 90% content farming. And it was really getting to me, because it's just like, I'm just making these really soulless images that are like existing for the sake of existing, or existing for the sake of making pretty art, and I felt like my soul was being ripped out of my body. It was really getting to me. So I stopped for a little bit and just played Pokemon for a couple days. But yeah, I wanna give that a try. I'm not sure what I'll make yet, but I know I'll make something. That's what I want to go for the next year. Yeah. These are not prompting all of that. It's measurable and valuable efforts to create pretty pictures. Oh, you mean like AI? Yeah, that's true. Thank God. I'm really proud of that Mau Mau piece I made, though. I'm really proud of that. I was happy about that one. But, you know, after that, it was just like, ugh, I'm sick of this. I'm forcing it. It's soulless, it's stupid. Pretty good Mau Mau. Thanks. Yeah. I wrote a bunch of thoughts. I don't feel like reading them all out, but I'll give you guys the story that I wrote down. Where this is the non-doomer part of what I wrote. It was a lot of the same thing, where it's like, focus on analytics, blah blah blah. I've gone on this rant several times this stream. I'll read you this. Something that I read. Because there's oftentimes I consider just quitting altogether. And as the years have gone on, I've considered that more and more seriously. But I was playing Pokemon today. And I got to the part where Lance from Pokemon Soul Silver, you're helping clear out a Team Rocket base with him. And at the end, you don't know he's the champion in the story, but he's the champion. And from experience, he says this. He says, the road to becoming a champion is a long, difficult journey. Are you sure you have to do it? And your character assumably says, is assumably a word? I don't know. I'm assuming your character says something along the lines of, yes, I have to. And then he says, after a little bit of silence, he says, you're right. If you made it this far just to quit now, you wouldn't have gone on the journey in the first place. And I was like, yeah, that's so true. And then I wrote this earlier. I wrote, I don't have nothing but doom and gloom stories from college either. There's one I neglected to tell in detail. We had this portfolio presentation day for my major. It served as my final. And I had to go to it. I guess the purpose was to hope your work caught the eye of a visiting recruiter to get the job right out of college. But the thing is, I really didn't want a graphic design job. The thought made my skin crawl. So I bought a cheap portfolio binder off of Amazon and printed my anime drawings on the copy paper. And I expected this to go over horribly. And it did catch a lot of people off guard. But then I continued and I said, there were a bunch of alumni, recruiters, and professors there, but they also really liked it and gave me a lot of good suggestions, encouragement, and some of them even had some fun conversations with me about anime, drawing, and dating simulators. But I'll never forget what one of the professors said to me, though. It was my first time meeting this person. I never had her in a class. And she said, keep putting your work out there, and someday people will find it and stick with you. Just keep making things. And then she paused for a little bit, and then she said, I feel like I don't have to tell you that. You're the kind of person who will keep creating no matter what. I didn't forget that. I didn't forget it. New Effie nickname, ephiepen. Yeah. I think that's a good message to end on. That was an important thing I was told within the last year. And so, I guess I want to end it on, thank you for supporting me in the last year. I really, really appreciate it. Regardless of where you came on this whole thing. My goals have changed a lot in the last year, and I figured out kind of what I want to do and what I want to be a little bit more. I'm still confused. I still don't know. There's a lot of question marks for me about the future, but regardless, a big thank you is warranted. So that's what I think. There's one last thing I want to do. Oh, sorry. Did you have fun? For the most part, yeah. I got stressed a lot, though. I got stressed a lot along the way, and there were times I got really sad. There were times I got really angry. But, overall, I'm happy. And I have no regrets. Daijoubu. There is one final thing I want to do. Two final things I want to do. I'm going to change the song because I know you guys are probably going crazy. Oh shit, I think I forgot to change the song for the stream in the description. That's too bad. I want to do something fun. I haven't done sorry, hit the mic. I haven't done tarot in a little bit. Tarot cards. What do you guys think predicting the next year? For reference, I pulled a card earlier about a review of the entire year of ephiepen, first year, and I got the Six of Wands, which in general is the card of success, which I would say, yeah, pretty good. I succeeded. Let me get my deck though, because it's not near me. I'm so sweaty. In before Tower? Don't say that. In before, I hope next year is gonna be one of the years. Sure hope so too. This time you're getting Wheel Fortune? I hope so. I really hope so. Oh please. Tarot gotcha cards. Please give me good cards. What do I have? What will happen? And what will be the theme of the next year of ephiepen going into 2025 and beyond? Our first card, the High Priestess. Thank you, Andy, for this super chat. I like the little party emoticon. Realistically, it's gonna be Emperor. I got High Priestess. King of Swords. Okay, not bad, not bad, not bad. Not bad. Let's go. Okay, next card. Okay. Ooh, wait, it came out reversed. The Five of Swords reversed. Could be worse, could be better. That's the card of normally about people turning their back on you, but reversed, it indicates that will either come to an end or the opposite will happen. You know, people will come to you. Back where? Ace of Swords. Okay, not bad, not bad. Not bad. Let's get some more. Knight of Swords. There's so many swords cards coming out. I guess it'll be another emotional year in a way. Another mental battle for me. I'm full of those. Oh, please. Yes! Yes! Nine of Cups! Yes! Nine of Cups is known as the Wish card. It's also just relatively known for feeling comfortable where you are, and then you're in a good spot emotionally and feeling fulfilled. But it's also known as the Wish card. Let's see. What context do you mean that in? Fast, make a wish. $1 million! You should totally buy a celebration pizza? I didn't even think about that. Wait, I just saw that. The Wheel of Fortune just tried to come out, guys. I swear, I saw it. Eight of Wands. 1 million's not enough in this economy. So true. You have a circle of friends to speak with regularly to keep your psyche uplifted. I'll go along with what you said and say I hope that I make friends in the next year. Because I don't have a lot of friends. Oh, wow! I did get the Emperor. Good job, Joe. Grow as a loner? Kind of. I have some friends. I just don't have a lot of friends. I don't have a lot of friends. Would you purchase your tarot cards? I didn't actually buy them myself. I got them as a birthday gift from my friend. But the deck I have is... Shit. Give me a second. The deck I'm using is Cat Tarot by Megan Lynn Cott. I don't know. I'm assuming my friend got them on Amazon. They're cat themed tarot cards. They're made with watercolor. It's really, really pretty and cute. But I recommend you find a deck that you really, really like. You can get any kind of deck. There's so many themes out there. So many themes. What app do you draw on? I use Clip Studio Paint Pro. If you ever have questions about software that I use, I highly recommend you check the description of my videos. I always put what I use in the description, but if there's, you know, I don't mind answering. Just to clarify. It doesn't bug me at all. The tower just tried to come out. It's your birthday? Whose birthday? I hope I didn't say it was my birthday today. If you're talking about me. Okay, good, because it's not my birthday. My career birthday, so true. The world. Gotta update that Clip Studio, suppose. You really wanna give me those tutorials. Happy birthday, non-birthday. Ooh, 3 of Cups. That's really good. That's a community card. Oh my god. Am I gonna build a community? Doesn't look like it's gonna be a really dramatic year in terms of like, you know, like overnight success or anything like that. But it does look like kind of solidifying things. Hope it doesn't backfire simps coming at you. I hope not as well. I'd like that to not be the case. Not that I should be careful how I say this. I don't know a good way to put that, actually, the topic of simping. If you think I'm cute, that's honestly your problem. So just don't make it my problem. Okay? That sounded so rude, but I think that's not a terrible take. Hopefully? I don't know. I really don't know the best way to handle that. I couldn't tell you. Does simping your work count? Yeah, that's fine. Or... yeah, that's fine. Oh, well, oh shit, I bent that card. That's not harsh online, you just set firm boundaries. Alright, that's fine. It's a perfect way to put it. Because there's people who make their simping your problem, and I don't care for that. I don't care for that. Just because you like someone in that way doesn't mean they owe you anything. I can't stop somebody from feeling that way about me at all. Like, I can't. It's impossible. But I'm not gonna encourage those feelings. But like, if you feel that way, whatever. It is what it is. Just deal with it responsibly. And just please don't make it my problem. Yeah. That's something I think about a lot. It's always a hard conversation. You shouldn't have to feel uncomfortable because of a simp. Yeah, I agree. I agree in the sense of people who actually do have simps. You know, it's a tough thing. It's a tough thing to deal with, especially in certain spheres of the internet where that culture is really, really, really encouraged. Anyway, High Priestess is about trusting your intuition and trusting yourself. We were listening for Persona than on the IRL stuff. I guess that's fine. It's kind of what the Persona's there for, is like a shield. So that nobody does anything with my real appearance. King of Swords is kind of like a mastering of, I guess, like emotions in your psyche and stuff like that. I really don't understand king cards, honestly, so I'm gonna brush over it. Five of Swords reversed refers to the end of people turning their back on you. Ace of Swords, I don't know what that means. Eight of Wands is about fast-moving expansion. So I guess the next year is probably going to move pretty fast. Nine of Swords, I don't know what that means, but it's also a card of moving fast as well. Nine of Cups is the wish card. The Emperor is about, I've heard the interpretation for some people that it's working for yourself, which is true. Justice is karma and truth. So seeing the truth of a situation, acknowledging the truth of the situation, it's also about karma, which means that good or bad, what I deserve will come to me. The world is about a sense of completion, and some people call it a happily ever after. That cat has several nipples on display. Three of Cups is community, celebration, and creativity. And the Queen of Swords, I don't know what that means. Independence? Is there a feature where you can make your own chat emojis, like on Twitch? Yeah, I don't think I have it yet. Nah, that's what we got. I don't think it'll be like a crazy year or anything, but that's what we got to look forward to, I guess. And next year, I guess we can see if any of that came true or not, or what all that meant in context, if I remember. One more subs tomorrow? Oh my god. No. No! What crazy stuff are you gonna do next? I don't know. A webcomic of people making out? Put it on Twitter? I don't know. We'll see. It was a long stream of me just yapping, but I hope you guys enjoyed it. I hope you had fun. It's almost 10 p.m, so it's my bedtime soon. Looking forward to the second anniversary where you can check out how much that came true. Yeah, that's part of why I did it. I was a bit surprised. Remember that Elliot stream? When's your next stream? No clue, but I'm probably not going to do a drawing stream for a while. Send a message to Future Effie right now. That's actually a good idea. Brownie points to Joe. Good idea. Sit up straight, bitch. Sit up straight. Drink your water. And when, I bet you're feeling real negative right now. I bet you're having some negative thoughts about something. What's worrying you, huh? Stop. Shut up. Shut up. Just like, shut up. Go drink a hot chocolate or something. And like, you should watch a show you like. How about Kami-sama Kiss? Have you rewatched that one this year yet? Huh? Have you? But you haven't. You should. You should do that tonight. You should do that tonight. But to be real, you're doing a good job. You're okay. You're doing okay. You make good work. Don't let anyone, and by anyone I mean myself, tell you otherwise. And by the way, how long is your hair now? 'Cause you're growing that out. Tell the chat. I'm assuming I'm like watching this a year from now. Tell the chat. Inches and all. Measure it out. Hopefully you have a goddamn ruler in your desk by now, God. You're doing a good job. Thumbs up. Hope things have been going the way you want them to. I hope you made lots of fun stuff. And maybe you have more people around you now. Hopefully you have more than just a handful of friends now. God, I hope so. God, I hope so. Just kidding. You're fine. I know you're a girl boss. You're a girl boss. That was directed at myself. Nobody else. That was sorry. I was sending kisses to my future self. If I had to describe you as a tarot card, future Effie, I would describe you as... I don't know. I'll describe you as, like, the Seven of Swords. I'm just kidding. The Nine of Pentacles. 'Cause you're that bitch. Oh, this is so cringe. I love you, future Effie. So, keep at it. You got this. Thumbs up. That's it. Oh, did you not like how I talked to myself? I was being a little goofy. My bad. I really should stop, but I can't stop calling myself bitch in my head. Like, as a casual thing, you know? Like, haha. Ah, bitch. I shouldn't do that, though. Okay. I'm sorry, future Effie, that I called you a bitch. But to be fair, you are that bitch. Haha. That bitch. Ah, nice. I bet future Effie has 1 million subscribers. Talking about like she's a different person. Yeah, I don't think I have anything else to add. I think that's it. Future Effies tomorrow? I guess that's true. I guess that is true. Future Effies every minute from now on. Good stream, everyone. Probably just gonna play games on stream for a while from now on, because, you know, kinda got some art block problems to deal with. I'll deal with it, don't worry. Don't worry. I'll be fine. Thanks for watching my stream. I had fun yapping. Longer than I expected it to be. Holy shit. What are you gonna play? Probably Stardew Valley. The usual. I haven't played that farm in a while. I gotta keep going. I gotta get Elliot. Elliot needs to want me. Soul didn't respond to me, so if he does respond to me, I'll screenshot it and put it on Twitter later. You guys can look forward to that. My next stream... whenever I feel like it. Even if I feel like I think streaming just a yap might be better than being alone for too long. That's true. That's true. It's the reason I didn't cancel the stream today, is because I was like, oh, it's my anniversary, I should stream. Yeah, I really appreciate the support. It's been super nice. I didn't expect any of it. I went into this channel with really no expectations of anything, so I was really surprised I was able to hit so many milestones so fast. So fast. You know, stuff that took 2 years for my old channel took a whole year. Just one. It's amazing. It's amazing. I hope we can grow more from now on. I hope we can do more amazing things. I hope in the next year we can make even more fun stuff. And maybe I'll finally release my webcomic. Yeah, that's my hope. I don't think there's anything else I wanted to say. There's one thing I want to end on. It's a tarot card pool that my friend did for me a couple months ago. Because we were playing around with my tarot cards when I first got them, and I was doing the readings at first because they were mine, but then I was like, hey, why don't you practice doing some readings? Because, you know, you got the cards and I don't want you to feel left out. So she did a reading for me about, I think this summer, technically, but it was about the future from me. And this was in April of this year. And I distinctly remember she pulled the Hierophant reversed, and I don't remember the other cards. The Hierophant reversed is about not conforming to rules and like standards, like think typical society, you know? Think like that. Think like the normal stuff. The Hierophant upright is conformity, the opposite is obviously non-conformity. And she pointed out that this particular card that I had, it was a cat that had two crows at the top that were just kind of sitting there watching me. And she was like, yeah, like I can tell there's people who are going to be watching you like a hawk. Both good and bad. And they're just kind of be sitting there watching the show go down. And they were the cards she pulled, I don't remember what it was. And she said, don't be afraid to make the things you want to make. And that's something I think about a lot. So I hope, as a genuine message to the future me, I hope that you won't be afraid to make the things that you really want to make deep in your heart. And that's a message to myself right now as well. It's to not be afraid. Just do it. From now on, I'm going to be as selfish as possible. And I'm gonna keep doing my best. And we'll see what comes of that. So, thanks for being part of the journey so far. Let's go even further, baby! Woo! That's all I have to say. Thanks for joining the stream. It is past my bedtime now, so I should end the stream now. Say your final remarks now. Thanks for a long stream. Thank you for coming. Thanks for coming. Yeah, I thought nobody would come. As usual. Take care of yourself if you're feeling down. I'll do my best. I'll do my best. Thanks. Bye. Okay, yeah, I should really click end stream now. It's right there. The end screen. Will I click it? Or will I keep yapping? Is she gonna? No. Bye everyone. My voice is tired. It's so tired. It's okay. There's always tomorrow. Goodbye. Sayonara.